Well, hello there. Welcome everybody, this is Shaun from Insane in the Game. That was a fantastic start there. And welcome to my first live stream since November of last year. Blimey, it's been a long time. I've been wanting to get back into live streaming, but due to private life, etc, 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 just not been able to find the time or been able to get round to it. And just realised that I'm previewing it and also listening to myself at the same time, which I can't really bear to do that myself. Right, I've been wanting to get back into live streaming, haven't been able to for a long time, but then Obsidian go and do something strange and they go and release a decent game again all of a sudden. So this is the Outer Worlds. And if I was ever going to get back into live streaming, I suppose live streaming the Outer Worlds was probably going to be the way that I was going to go. First things I want to say is I'm sorry if you're having trouble with the internet because and the actual stream, because I'm having a lot of trouble with the internet this afternoon. I don't know why. The actual stream seems to be going okay at the moment. It's saying it's a decent signal, which is strange because it hasn't been all afternoon and I've been worried that I'm not been able to get anything. If you are having trouble, then please let me know, and just want to say a couple of hellos to people who have just joined me in the chat. Hello to the homosexual volcano. You've been about for a little while now. Thank you very much, man, for watching my videos. I'm glad that you can join me. And Fancy Stank, I know I'm saying that wrong and I apologise, but I know I've seen you about for a long time, so thank you very much for dropping by. I think you know about please leave a like and please subscribe, but if anybody else is watching the video, I'm going to get rid of them for the time being, because I don't think we need them, do we? So let's get rid of them. And I have started a game of this already and been playing about with it, really, to just sort of try it out and see what's happening. But I'm going to be starting a new game, obviously. I'm going to be starting a new game, new character, new playthrough, and hopefully play it all the way through. Okay, I've got just something on the chat here. What have we got? Of course I will. I'm just going to go with Volcano for the time being, because that's the easiest thing to say. The live streams will automatically be uploaded to YouTube on this format. At the moment it's not staying at 1080. I think I'm just under 1080 at the moment. I had to drop the resolution just to sort of try and maintain sort of a decent image quality. Yet the live stream is going to stay up on my channel, but also at the same time I'm recording all of my live streams at a much higher quality, so my video should be coming up. I'll be probably chopping up the live streams into a couple of videos and uploading them within the week after doing the live stream, so they'll be going out and they'll be at a much higher quality, and at 1440 I believe I'm recording. So I've been saving up a while and getting myself a decent recording rig so that I'm actually able to stream and record on high quality videos. So this most definitely will be going up on my channel, both as the raw footage you're seeing now and also the for the videos. It's looking good your end. Thank you very much. I'm so happy about that. I've been worried about it all afternoon, but let's get into it. Had enough of this little chatting bit. Did that sound rehearsed? I've been thinking about it all day. Went for a walk today and sort of thought, what am I going to say as my opening sort of lines, and that wasn't rehearsed at all or anything, honest. Right, let's go and start a new game, shall we? If there is any problems with the stream or any problems with volumes, or I'm too loud and the game's too quiet, is one that I can probably see coming up, just let me know. But let's go into the new game. And oh dear, I forgot about this part. I hadn't really thought about this. Right, we've got Supernova. I don't think as a live stream I've got enough bottle to do that. I have tried it on normal, so let's just go for hard, shall we? I think I can change it later on anyway. Oh, conversation subtitles. I think I'm happy enough to go with that, and we're just going to go straight into the game. I'll try and leave
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars?
leave a lot of these without me talking, so you can actually see what's going on.
On the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Anyone recognise the date on there? Not that date, that's a different date now. Apparently bombs are falling on Earth at this particular point in time.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left to drift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
And what I was trying to say, and I don't know if I interrupted, with cutscenes and conversations, I'm going to try and keep it to a minimal, really. Maybe not conversations, I can't help myself originally, when it comes down to it. But here we are. This is my character. I'm getting to create a new character. The last character I created was a bit of a mixture, because I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted the character to be like. I have a little bit more of an idea now, and some more in the chat. Yes. Is this part of the Fallout universe? I'm not too sure. But the date seems to ring a bell. And, oh my god, you didn't have to change your name. I don't know if that's any easier, to be perfectly honest. I was quite happy with Volcano. But no, I don't... If I mention anything about names being difficult, please, please don't go and change your name on my account. Anyway, character. What are we going to do for my character here? I am going to most definitely be intelligent and charismatic, and probably a bit of a weed by the looks of that, because I don't think these two are going to really amount to much. Strength, the only thing that I'm going to use really for strength for is the 80 kilograms carrying weight. If I go high, that is a lot.
I bet you could arm wrestle a primal.
I bet I could arm wrestle a primal.
Could twist a marauder's head off.
I never noticed that before. That's really, really, really good. Right, I'm just going to keep that average, 80 kilograms. When I get some extra companions, that's going to be a little bit easier for me to do. Dexterity, yeah, it does help me with handguns and sneak and lock picking, but I might just keep that on average. Intelligence, I'm going to stick one in intelligence, and that's going to plus 10% to my critical damage, help me with persuade, long guns, hack, medical science, determination. A lot of things there I'm interested in. Perception, I always like to go for I always like to go for someone with good perception, so I can start taking people out from a long distance. I don't know if I want this character to be my typical sniper long range build. I'm thinking more, this is more like a western, more like the film Serenity or Firefly the series. I fancy myself as that sort of character, to be perfectly honest, a bit of a space cowboy. So I'm going to go for a decent perception, but my handguns, which unfortunately is in dexterity, yeah, I'm going to go for that, because I'm going to have an array of different handguns. Charm, I want to be able to charm people, so I think that's going to go up to high, because I like my companions to have a little bit of extra ability refresh. Right, what we got now? I think perception. Just the simple fact it's going to help my handguns, my heavy weapon. I'm not using heavy weapons, but lockpicking, engineering I might, so I can go into there. Intelligence, happy to keep that at good. So we've got strength average, dexterity good, intelligence good, perception high, charm high, and I've got an average temperament. I think I am probably going to be likely to shoot things before I before thinking about too much. Yes, gunslinger build. That's a good name. That's a good name for it. Almost as if other people have probably come up with that. But okay, I'll go with gunslinger. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, an array of different weapons to do different kinds of damage. All handguns mainly. I might have a rifle or, you know, occasional long range stuff, but I'm happy with that. I'm happy to go along. And right, next skills. I have 2 available points to put in either melee. I'm going to tell you now, I'm not going to be a melee character. I don't see that ever happen. I've never played a melee character actually, so it's bound to happen at some point, but I don't think a live stream, and my first one in over a year, or about a year, is actually one that I'm going to pick now. I'm going to go ranged again because I just want to help.
Monarch's in need of more game hunters.
Thank you very much, but can you please, you know, put your hand up if you want to interrupt me while I'm mid-sentence. Right, so we've gone for range, so which is handguns, long guns, and heavy guns. That's one of my points spent. Defense. I've never been one for defense, really. I'm just going to let you know that in advance. I don't think the defense is something that I'm really going to be thinking about. I'm just going to be all-out attack. Dialogue. Yeah, persuade, lie, intimidate. I always said I'm going to be a bit of a charmer. Stealth. I have had a little bit of a look at that, and the sneak in this game, not great. It might be good for getting a couple of shots off when I'm hidden, but hack and lockpick I will need, so I'll need to think about it at some point. The same as tech. I'm going to need these, but probably not straight away, where I think a little bit of dialogue. So I've gone for a sweet-talking gunslinger. Oh, thank you very much. I've just been told I should get medical. I get an extra weapon at the start. Really? Do I? Like I said, I haven't really done much to this. Where's medical? Medical. Really, I could go for medical instead of dialogue. You know what? As you've recommended it, I'm going to put one in tech, so I up medical a little bit. It's only gone up to 19. And let's just see what happens there. I'm interested to see what happens now, where this extra gun's going to come from. Aptitude. Oh, I forgot about this as well. Right, now this is a little bit of background, I suppose, on the character and what they're good at and everything like that. So I could be a medical technician, obviously only junior grade, and get extra ones to the medical to put up to 20, and then I could probably leave them for a little bit. But all of these, they just add a little bit of a tiny little perk. Not much, because it's not going to make much difference, +1 to one of your skills, but +1 to determination, drink effect, duration +3, block +1, persuade +1. But okay, let's go medical then. I'm probably going to need to heal myself up quite a lot during this game anyway, so let's select medical.
I hope you're comfortable with needles.
No, to be perfectly honest, not, but I'm just going to go with that, okay? Prior to leaving Earth, you earn the trust of the medical community's most esteemed junior surgeons. Only junior. Obviously, the main surgeons, they weren't interested in me at all, but junior surgeons, you know, they digged me. Who entrusted you with stuffing cotton balls into pill bottles? Well, I suppose you've got to start somewhere. Experience on the job made you realise that diagnosing illness doesn't take a formal education, when a search term and a little imagination will do the trick. He's using Google, isn't he? Right, other search engines are available, but let's be honest, not really. Right, appearance. When it loads. Ah, there we go. Male, oh my, I think they're twins. Right, I think just for the simple fact that I'm always a female. Well, I don't know why. When I've got the opportunity, always plays a female, so let's just run with it, shall we? Well, I could spend hours and hours and hours going through all of these and fine-tuning, and trust me, many years playing Skyrim and Fallout games, I have done that. But I think we'll just look for a preset that, you know, yeah, I mean, I could do, you know, this hair. Let's go for something a little bit more. Actually, just pick hair color. Let's see what's the, we go blue, red. Let's go red. And something a bit wild, shall we go with? No, I'm not going to pick that because I know a reason why I'm not going to pick that hairstyle. Yeah, I mean, why not? A gunslinger? He is using Google, most definitely. Using Google to find out all his medical research and everything like that. Bit of a cheat. I know people like that. Right, I'm just going to go along. Oh, features. What we got? Features. Makeup. That's weird, but I suppose in the future that is possibly a thing. The makeup is sort of goes from being normal to just bizarre. I'm going to go for that bizarre one. I don't think I'm going to see a huge amount of my character, to be perfectly honest. Make it male and I get a fancy moustache. Okay. I don't put... I'm not having that male though. I'm so sorry, but something about that is passable. That. Are you wearing lipstick? Anyway, okay, so let's go. Let's pick it. I'm gonna have to get rid of that makeup now. I'm sorry. All I can see is the makeup. Let's just go. You're not wearing any makeup. And let's have a look at faces. I could do worse, I suppose. Right, where do I find the mustachios? Hairstyle. Well, let's keep that for the time being. Facial hair. I think we found our gunslinger. I'm getting a bit of Val Kilmer hair from Tombstone. That looks quite spectacular. I think I want to go for it. Yeah, no, why not? I mean, facial scar. He's been in the wars a little bit as well. This person. Don't know if he's been in that much of a war. Yeah, a couple of cuts there. Oh yeah, he's fought an animal or something like that. Yeah, I think you're right. I think 80% of the characters in this game probably don't look too great. Right, I'm just going to leave it a couple of minutes, wait for everybody to catch up. But what do you think? Are we happy with this? Are we happy to go along with this character here? He's obviously had a bit of a coming together with some sort of, I don't know, chihuahua or something like that. But I think his moustache, I think the mohawk. I'm happy enough to go with that. What do you think? Should we go with that? Okay, that seems quite good then. That seems really quite good. I'm going to go with you. You're my new... Oh, what's my character's name? Well, I haven't really thought about it, but I'm going to go for Mel. I wonder if anybody can think of a good reason for that. Let's go accept. Let's go next. Right, what do we... Oh, summary. So, not average at strength, good dexterity, good intelligence, high perception, high charm, and average temperament. I've got +1 in medical. I've got a decent array of both long range weapons, some good persuade, you know, could be going up very soon, and then good with the medical and science and engineering. I think that's it. I think that's our character. Yeah, I think he's been fighting off beasts and demons. Start the game with this character. Why the hell not? Let's go along with it, shall we?
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
And we're making a bit of a run for it. Less of a run, more of a sort of like being carried along. Taken for a ride, I think. Get the feeling that's going to happen a lot in this game.
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
And that's it. We've made our grand escape. Didn't do much. Terra 2, orbiting laboratory. Halcyon system, I suppose that said.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 20%.
Shit.
Language. Yes, things haven't gone too well. Well, this is actually going quite quickly for me. This is, what, 21 minutes in, virtually, or 20 minutes in, or thereabouts. I've actually created a character.
It was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction.
Explosive cell what now? Pardon, say that again?
Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes?
Oh, well, thanks for that.
I used the last of my chemical supplies saved.
Are you sealing me into
I
this?
know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Thank you. Where am I going? Oh, down. I'm going down. I'm hoping loading screens aren't too long. Loading screens are downtime. I don't like downtime. I like to get in the act. Yes, I can hear you, Phineas Welles.
There you are. Now,
Thank you.
Where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler.
Well, I'm in some sort of like hibernation chamber or something like that.
Waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
So, absolutely no pressure whatsoever. Is this thing safe? I was about to find out, to be perfectly honest. And... oh, I'm sideways. No, I'm not. I'm upright. I don't know where I am at the moment. I've got a bit of a headache. Well, I know how to use the thing, so at least that's something. What's that in front of me? Oh, I'm lying down.
You've landed good.
I've only just landed. We were only talking a couple of minutes ago.
In-law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it.
Well, the beacon is sort of planted, sort of in him now.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than
Really?
the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about...
Well, not now he's not, I suppose, so things have all worked out for the better. Yeah, out of all the ways to go, I suppose having some sort of escape pod fall on your head is probably one of the worst ways to go. I can think of very few worse ways to go. Right, now this is running a lot better than when I first tried to run the game. Trust me, at this point, when I first ran the game, I now spent about a week trying to tweak things and get things working, right? So it's looking a lot better. I'm actually playing the game at 1440 on ultra settings, and because that's what I'm recording, that's what I want the high res recording, and it's a very beautiful game. Very, very beautiful game. They've outdone themselves really with this. And I've got to remember the keys. Hey. Hello. You're like a little Yorkshire Terrier. And I can't catch you like I couldn't my Yorkshire Terrier. Right, ducking under. I know whenever I'm watching live streams that when someone does this, I feel sick. So I did say I'm going to try and stop and do things like that and try and make it a little bit smooth. Sprint. You want me to sprint? Do I have to sprint? Okay. No, I'll sprint. Yeah, try and make it a little bit smoother experience, because things like this do make me feel a little bit ill when I'm watching other people play. Right, crouch and sneak to avoid detection. Oh, detection, not detention. Right. Okay, I'm going to take Oh, I could do some food about now. Who am I sneaking past? Buttons for sneak? Yeah, there we go. I'm using an elite controller, so the buttons aren't probably exactly as it's saying on screen. But as you can see, I'm sneaking past these two here. And if I get out in the open a little bit, you can see that arrow changes to... Well, you can a little bit if you can actually see me, I suppose. If I got somewhere you can see me. There he goes. He actually saw me then for a little second. And right, maybe I should probably make a bit of a sprint for it now, because he's actually aware of me. But I don't think he can get down there because he's not showing much interest. And that's quite a good drop, really. And you can see, yeah, he's now lost interest. He's now doesn't know where I am. So the whole hiding and sneak. What the hell?
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
That's an unforeseen side effect. Side effect. Remember that, Shaun. That is so important. Right, that's an unforeseen side effect. What's the jump button? Here's the jump button. Can I get across there? No, and trying to get across there has probably broken my legs. You have low health. Use an emergency medical inhaler to heal each activation. Something. Right, so I've got some inhalers. Oh, I have. And I was trying to look at my health bar by looking up there, but no, my health bar has increased. And hello, I've come across my first person. And yes, you are quite right. This game is actually really stunning. If you do have the opportunity to get your hands on it, I'd recommend it. I've been playing about with it for a little while now since release, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And hint, that's the way I've got to go. Hello.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings.
Medical 5. This is what you want about getting the first handgun. I recognise this. Now you get it because the medical. I just got it first time round anyway. Did I use I think I intimidated him. Well, I'm going to patch you up.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope
You owe
don't
me
mind
your
leaving
life.
This little exchange for my report. Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
So Spacer's Choice doesn't like you accepting what help, even when you're bleeding out, when you're dying. They would rather you die than receive help from medical expert. When I say medical expert, I was putting cotton buds into pill jars. That's probably more experience than you've got. Right, how are you feeling? What happened to you? Spacer's what?
Oh, we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Not that I deserve to be. Can't even deliver a company slogan. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right?
You shot yourself?
Got by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
Whoa, 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 hang on a minute, backtrack there. You shot yourself? I feel a bit stupid now helping you out. What's this about marauders? What are you doing here, you idiot? You're hiding in a cave and you blocked off the exit. You're as good as dead. Yeah, I don't think of it, but what about the marauders?
Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Probably kill yourself as well, to be perfectly honest, but there's a spaceship out there all on its own. Right, so I've got skill checks are back, by the way, big time. Skill checks, if you're used to skill checks in New Vegas and Fallout 3 as well, then they come big time into this game. So I've got Persuade 1. And to be perfectly honest, I could probably do all of these on base level. So you're always going to have one of these you can pick from, because Persuade 1. I've got a better idea. Give me your gun, and I'll go get help. Lie. Someone grounded the ship illegally. I'll hunt them down for you. Intimidate. You're an idiot. Yes, he is. Give me your gun before you get yourself killed. I believe that's what I went with last time, but I'm going to try... Be a bit of a charmer, be a bit of a, you know, try and persuade him.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
And that is actually their slogan. You've tried the best, now try the rest. They're just not trying, are they, to be perfectly honest? Can you tell me where I am? Do you know anything about the Hope? The Hope? Oh, the Hope's the spaceship that I started the game on in cryosleep. I don't think he's going to know too much about that. He shot himself in the leg. He's that sort of person. So we're going to go with... Please, tell me, where the hell am I?
You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Your famous salt tuna? That's just a can full of tuna, heavily salted. Okay. Do you know anything about the Hope?
The Hope?
Yes, the
Is
Hope.
that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you a
spaceship.
Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Ah, right. So Spacer's Choice people probably won't like it if they think I'm... who? Cleo workers. Toggle history. Right, who does he think I'm working with? Auntie Cleo. Right, so Auntie Cleo, they're not fans of, so probably don't want to be telling people I know anything about Auntie Cleo. Okay, I'm off, so leave the conversation. Now, I've got a tip from the chat. When you get the gun, I can shoot him and get his armor. Am I that sort of person? I'm a scoundrel. But am I the sort of scoundrel who's going to shoot a wounded man? Especially considering I wasted stuff to actually get him back up to full health. Can I do that? Can I... I don't know. Let's just... Well, to be fair, I'm getting rid, by pinching, all of his supplies. So he's not going to survive long down here, to be perfectly honest. I could be doing him a good sort of bit of a mercy killing here by getting rid of all of his... or sort of ending his life, because he's not going to survive. There's no food. He's barricaded himself in here. I'm not going to shoot them. No, he's stupid. A slow, painful death it is for you, I'm afraid. I don't think I look good in yellow anyway, to be perfectly honest. I could be wrong. You might want to cover your ears.
Damn it, my ears! Ugh.
Who said that?
What just happened?
Oh, it's you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
This...
Press the jump button, Shaun. Don't press the jump button. I want the crouch button. And I want to reload, because even though I've used one bullet, that's one less shot I've got. You've always got to reload. You saw someone else... Oh, I'm out of the cave. I can see daylight. I can see that the planet we're orbiting. You saw someone else shoot me, get their armor, and then I can lie about it. Yeah, marauders. Marauders got them. I'm out of the... Look, I'm out of the cave. That's the cave. I'm going to go back and shoot him. Why the hell not? I spend all my days... That's the jump button, Shaun. Jump button. Crouch button. It isn't hard. Right, okay. Yeah, I spend all my time being good characters. And don't worry. I've just... That's it. Just try to remember what the uncrouch button was. Look. It's nothing personal. I suppose it is personal. Yeah, this is very, very personal. If you just hold still, I'll try and... Steady. Steady. I feel so bad. I feel so guilty. Oh, well, that passed. The guilt is gone. Right, I've got his riot gear. Right, if I put that... Oh, hang on. Weapon management. You can have up to 4 weapons equipped at a time. Thank you very much. By navigating to the weapon and selecting the weapon slot at the top of the screen. On this page, you can also inspect your weapons, compare them, flag them as junk, or break them down for parts. Players with engineering skill... Engineering skill? Is that me? I think I've got engineering skill. Can repair weapons on this screen as well. I can repair them instead of having to go to a repair bench. That's good to know. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't do it, I've just been told. Don't do it. He's so dumb and innocent. I'm so sorry. I do apologise. I'm easily persuaded. That's what it is. I need to be less I need to get out of that armour. Is what I definitely need to do. Armour management. Oh, dear, I've got to go through all this. To wear an armour or helmet item, navigate to the item, then select it. Well, that's just... Is that not just obvious? Right, so what am I wearing there? This one, armour, tech skills +5. Could be handy. This one, determination, stealth skills. Ooh. Well, I'm going to go for that, but I'm not going to go stealth or tech. I'm going to keep it like that, I think. And I've got this weapon here. I could equip that. I might as well. I'm not going to be using melee. I feel so guilty now for killing him because all I'm actually using is his helmet. Which is ironic, really, because if he was wearing his bloody helmet, it would have been a lot harder to bloom and kill, wouldn't he? It's his own fault, really. Yes, he is naive and dumb. And he's not wearing a helmet. Duck key. Duck. There we go. I'm easily persuaded, but also I'm... Oh. Noise. That's not good. Tactical time dilation. Due to complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. How extended was the hibernation? Have we actually determined how long that was? I don't know. Pressing the tactical time dilation, the TDD. That button slows down the world. Yes, it does. Giving you time to think as well as take action. You have a limited time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD VATS meter very slowly, while moving and attacks drain it faster. The TDD meter refreshes slowly over time. Tactical time dilation. Hope everybody's keeping track of that. There will be exams right at the end of the stream. Right, so... Oh, people. Duck button. Duck button. Right, there's someone there. Now these people, these are the people who I should be shooting. I should feel no guilt in shooting these people whatsoever. There's one there, and he's sitting down. Shooting him will probably be... I need to go for the one walking about. But where's the one walking about? Ah. Now, if I use the tactical time dilation... That's going to take a long, long time for me to get used to that. That's that button. Hey, there we go. Oh, I've got it set on hard, haven't I? I just remembered. Killing these people is going to be a lot more difficult. I'm going to die an awful lot more. Where's my... Please. Please, VATS. I mean, TDD. TDD doesn't roll off the tongue quite as much as VATS, does it? Don't walk around the corner. 22, that's good. A mining helmet and a rebuilt mining gear. Bloody creatures are making a lot of noise. They need to make less noise. Okay, I don't feel any... He only had a bit cartridge. That's just pathetic. Not a weapon or anything on him. So what we got here, they got... Oh! I have a bottle of 0G brew. A mag pick, which is the new kind of lockpick for this game. I could have shot the barrels, you're quite right. Hang on a second, I've got to do it right now. Now you've said it, I've got to do it right. This is what I mean, I'm easily led. Someone suggests something, I do it. Someone else says, why did you do it? Because someone told me to. There, the barrels are shot. I feel a lot... I did waste a bullet, though. I think bullets are going to be a lot harder to come by, or I'm just going to be using an awful lot more bullets. But that's fine, let's pick up all this food. All this food has different kinds of effects and everything. And it... Hang on. Hacking and picking locks. Your hacking and lockpicking skills help you get into places you're not meant to be. I'm used to that in games. I've played an awful lot of Skyrim and I'm not meant to be in a lot of the places I ended up. Mag picks are used to break open locks and bypass shunts are used to break computer encryptions. If your skill is high enough to break the security, you'll see how many mag picks or shunts you need and how long it will take. I don't think time actually matters too much, to be perfectly honest, but okay. Raising your skill will lower the number of items used and speed up the process. Okay, I understand. So, go on to this. It's going to take me 3 seconds. I need to use all 3 shunts that I've got, but... Hang on a second. No, I don't need them quite yet, but they're there, and some sort of bananas and That's not an apple, but I'm going to take that mock apple. And now I've got 5 shunts, and I'm going to use 3 of them. And this is a level 5, and I'm a level 16. So it's going to take me 3 seconds, apparently. That's a long 3 seconds. Anyone else think that was a long 3 seconds? I thought a second was a lot faster than that. Right, anyway. I now have a staff. I don't think this staff is as good as... Oh, no, this way. So I've got this staff, which does 54 damage. It's a 2-handed melee, damage 51, so I can swing it just a little bit faster. It's a knockdown is the effect. The sword I have does 73 damage per second, but with one swing can only do 36. It's a 1-handed melee, and it produces bleed damage, because you know what? If you get hit by sword, you bleed. Not rocket science, I suppose. And the kind of damage on this one, this is 100 damage per second, because also I'm a bit more skilled in using a pistol. It's known as a handgun. It uses light ammo. It does 20 damage per shot, and this also produces bleed as well, because I suppose getting shot is the same as being stabbed, apparently. Right, modifications. So I've got no modification on this weapon, but if I inspect it... Now, this game... How do I get it back level? There we go. This game, I wanted to actually do it in as good a stream as I could, because I think this game is really beautiful. As far as... Get it straight again, short. There we go. And as far as the gun models are... I know this is like the most basic of all the weapons, but this is a beautiful, beautiful weapon, and everything looks so wonderful. How do I zoom? Everything looks so lovely in this game. Yeah, I am a little bit in love with this game. Yes, it's time dilation. I don't know. I think that's TDD. TTD. Sounds like some sort of actually transmit. Anyway, no, it's going to be the TTD, and I'm going to say that wrong at some point, and everybody's going to laugh at me, and they're going to be wondering what I'm saying. Oh, I could. Right. On normal difficulty, I think I snuck... No, on normal difficulty, I fought these people. But that was normal difficulty. This... No, don't use that. Crouch. But this is a lot harder, and I don't know if sneaking past them is actually probably the best idea, because how many is there? There's 2 of them. No, that's not the way of a gunslinger. Headshots, that's the way of a gunslinger. And... pardon? Sorry, you're just walking away. No, that's fine. If you want to walk away after I just fill your companion... I was going to say buddy, but I don't think necessarily buddies are they. Companions will do. I've filled him full of... lead? Are we still in this sort of day and age using lead bullets? Average grade ballistic ammunition used in most handguns and other light ballistic weapons. I assume it is then. I assume it's just... I don't know if it's necessarily lead, but some sort of metal, I would have thought. So, where's his friend? I'm going this way, and his friend's going back around the other... Oh. Oh, there's more of them. No, that's fine. If you could just hold still. Hold still while I go into... not that. T-D-D-D. Look, just take all... Die. There we go. Has his friend cottoned on that... Oh, I think his friend is a little bit peeved. Can I... No, I can't. Oh, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot, don't. Their bullets, I think I only got 1 shot off, and it hurts me quite a lot. So yeah, playing this on hardcore mode, hard mode, I think it was hardcore, is actually going to be a bit of a challenge. But I'm just going to say up to the challenge. To be perfect, I don't know if I'm up to the challenge. I've only actually fought 5 Marauders, and I don't think Marauders are necessarily going to be the hardest opponents that I'm actually going to face in this game, so it's hard to tell how I'm going to be getting on with this game, to be perfectly honest. But it is pretty. Right, okay, so let's move on. I'm getting a few little jumps there. The only problem with this game is it's not... I don't think it's fully optimized at the moment for the PC. Trying to get it as optimized as this was difficult enough. And you do get the occasional stutter. And what are these people doing down there? Ah, Private Gimbal. And Lieutenant Mercier. And... Marauder, Marauder, Marauder Goon. So there may be the occasional stutter in this game is what I was getting at. I have tried my hardest. Hey, what? I was talking. Excuse me. Wait your turn. So I've tried to get it to run as good as I can. I'm a bit of a stickler for trying to get games to run better. And this is as good as I can get it at the moment until we get loads of patches or something. I want to talk to you now, okay? We can talk now.
Call on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
To be perfectly honest, slapping him with a fine is probably the least of his worries at the moment. He has got a space pod, or escape pod, actually sitting on his face at the moment, so I don't think he's going to be too worried about that, to be perfectly honest. Right, it's just a landing violation, let it go. So I heard, I found one of your teammates holed up in a cave. I've already dealt with a few of the marauders, not impressed. I found one of your mates. Should I actually mention the person who was shot in the face? Ah, he's an idiot. If he was wearing his helmet, he probably wouldn't have been shot in the face.
Really? How is he?
Yeah. Still a morn. I'm hoping you're a little brighter. Him? Oh, he's doing well. Totally fine. Yeah, of course he is.
That's a relief. You don't want to know how much paperwork's involved in paying off a gravesite fee. We'll see him back to Edgewater. Just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
Right, so hint from the chap there. I'm going to try and persuade these people, or intimidate them, or just somehow try and get them to, I'm still going to call you Volcano. I don't think you should have changed your name, even though for email reasons. Anyway, yeah, try and convince them to take out the Moors. There's 3 Moors, there's 2 of them. I don't fancy their odds. Let's see what's going to happen. Persuade. Do Spacer's Choice guards back down from a challenge? Lie. I'll bet you could get these Moors to tell you where the owner of the ship is. Intimidate. Guess I'll have to give you a 0 on my customer satisfaction survey. Or, don't worry, you sit tight, I'll handle it. Coward, I'll do it myself. I'm going to persuade. Because I think you can do it. I don't think there'll be a problem.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation...
Yes, you are, acting manager.
You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. And it's gonna be fucking laminated.
There's nothing these guys like better than filing reports. Filing reports and doing hostile takeovers. That's exactly what these guys are happy about. I'm just going to stay at a safe distance. Let them kill one another and... Well, they're pathetic. That's just... Oh, dear God. Right, how many of you are there left? Did they actually kill any of you? Right, I'm going to... No, don't look at me. Nothing to see here. I'm just sneaking up behind this rock. I'm going to take this person's... Your private gimbal. What happened to you? Where's she gone? Oh, don't worry, I found her. Now, if you don't look this way. Don't look this way. Don't look this way. Right, what have you got? Disappointed, to be perfectly honest. Disappointed. I was hoping for some really big weapon. Sniper rifle, assault rifle. Which I'm not using because this is a gunslinger build, Shaun. Naughty Shaun. Right, okay. So, I'm now going to take you out. And if I do it from the grass and with time dilation thingy, if I do that, and oh, actually I probably don't need that. Die. No, don't shoot. Stop shooting. Die. Hang on. I just need to take. Thank you. And now time and head, and head and head and head, and you're taking an awful lot of damage there. I'm not liking how much damage these people are taking because I picked up a lot of ammo and I'm still only just over 100. Right. In the, oh, there's a doggy. A candid feral. Got to have candid feral tail meat. Right, and where are we going now? I'm not leaving this wonderful, wonderful, beautiful planet, but I am about to take control of the ship. My character's such a scumbag, you love her. And you thought they'd kill more. Well, to be perfectly honest, all they killed was the bloody dog. You know, they got... Where'd they die? They... Oh no, don't crouch. You know, he got the closest there. They killed the dog, and these two killed him. Yeah, they didn't do very well, to be perfectly honest, but that's okay. I'm not that injured, and I got some more weapons and the game saving, and I'm not leaving this planet. This planet's beautiful and lovely, and I wonder what that is. Oh, map. I've got a map. Where's my map? Ah, that's something I can't get to. Right, for all of those who haven't seen this game or haven't played this game, this is the Emerald Vale region of, I think it's Terra 2. And this is where you start, the area you start. That's the ship. And this is the first of the settlements you go to, called Edgewater. And there's just a few missions around here to do. This is like the tutorial area that you get in most games, but it's quite big, if I remember. Yeah, there's a lot more on here and a lot more choices than you get in most tutorial areas. Right. Our journal. Stranger in a strange land. Phineas. Like Fog, I think. Need your help to get things right in Halcyon. And I think I'm saying that right. The thing is, I've gone into this game cold. I don't watch any gameplay. I don't watch any anything really on YouTube or anything about these games until I get them myself. So I started playing this when it came out, knowing nothing about it. Got a little bit more into it, just so I could, you know, work out what I'm actually going to be doing for my character here. So I'm saying names wrong. I know I am. I apologise for that. Even if I knew what the name was, I'd probably forget how to pronounce it properly anyway. Right, and what we've got to do for Stranger in a Strange Land is find Hawthorne's ship. The smuggler took your meeting location a little bit too literally and stood directly underneath the escape pod and got his head flattened. So yeah, that was probably, you know, his biggest mistake. Guess that means the ship is yours now, if you can find it. Found it. Right, any other missions? Completed? None. Botched? None. Considering I've only got one mission at the moment, I'm actually quite impressed that, you know, I haven't botched it. Okay, let's go and have a look on my ship. My brand new ship. That's quite handy. I've only been awake in this land for, what, 53 minutes? And I already have myself a ship. Things are looking up. Wow. You can fast travel to locations you have unlocked by opening your map and selecting your destination. This is my destination. My ship. Landing site discovered. Plus 100 XP.
Please be informed that
Hello?
this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Thank you. You lied. Ship, you lied. There's something there.
Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
Thank you, but I'm not going to let some ship tell me what to do. I've got... Oh, thank you, computer. I've got not enough chance to do that. Maybe she's feeling a little bit threatened because I'm walking around with a bloody gun out. I've just boarded my ship holding a gun. That's probably not the best thing to be doing. Look, don't feel threatened. I'm a good guy. I'm not a good guy, actually. I've just talked two people into basically, you know, suicidal attack, and then I shot someone else in the face. I really need to look at, you know, the path my life is going at the moment. But no, you have no reason to fear me because you don't know those events.
I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
Right, Edie. Edie? Ada? Right, Ada. What are you going to do? Self-destruct? I'm not here to misappropriate anything. I don't appreciate being talked to like that way. That way? That way. What are you going to do? Self-destruct? Oh, there.
Please engage in airlocks. Prepare to reject all boarded parties in 5, 4...
We're on the land.
2...
Where are you going to eject me to? You realise we're on the ground, right? Is something supposed to be happening? You do realise we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I need to get this ship in the air. Is this Hawthorne ship? I'm pretty sure it is, but let's go and have a look.
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Well, that's a shame because he's got a escape pod on his head at the moment. Hawthorne was supposed to meet me when I landed. Hawthorne's dead, I'm sorry. I don't know if Ada would be able to take that. Your captain's a red smear under my escape pod. I think that'd probably be too much for her to handle at the moment. Hawthorne was supposed to meet me when I landed. She probably doesn't need to know all the truth. I know what. How's she going to find out? She's not going to leave the ship, is she?
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
Yes. The tone of my voice is actually telling you that he failed to meet me. Hawthorne's dead, I'm sorry. Marauders killed him. Oh, could I lie to her? He met my escape pod, alright. Head first. Hawthorne's dead, I'm sorry. Do I just break it to her? But Marauders could have killed him.
I understand.
Do you?
I will require
Success.
some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty.
That's quite right. I am an honest person.
To take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne.
Yeah, but Hawthorne's dead.
If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne.
I'm not.
Do you understand?
Oh, I think I know where you're coming from. I get it. You need me to Captain Hawthorne, or you can't fly. Okay, but I'm not Hawthorne. Hawthorne is dead. Maybe a scumbag, but I'm not an idiot.
Well done,
Well,
Captain Hawthorne.
I am a little bit, because my intelligence isn't that high.
Reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
So let me get this right. The person who was meant to meet me and then take me away from this planet has a ship that's too damaged to have actually taken off from the planet he was supposed to be taking me away from. He deserved to die. Right, where am I supposed to find something like that? No, but I've got a really good engineering skill, so engineering 5. I doubt I'll find a part like that just sitting in a garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time.
But I didn't lose it the first... Oh, right, yeah.
Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Yes, I'm not stupid. Yeah, Ada, I got it, thanks. Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I like it. Knock it off with the Captain Hawthorne nonsense. Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I like it. Yeah, Ada, I got it, thanks. Now. Sorry, had a sneeze there. I didn't want that to be on the stream. Right. As a registered proprietor and the captain of the Unreliable, do you understand? Now, do I go about telling everybody I'm Captain Hawthorne and actually accept I'm Captain Hawthorne? Or do I just use it to please her and tell everybody that I am Mel? Mel, the scumbag gunslinger of the Outer Worlds. Yeah, Ada, I got it, thanks.
Good luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
But I didn't die before. Oh, you're on about the other Captain Hawthorne. Right. Oh, I've got a skill and a perk point available. I was walking then, but I've got a skill and a perk point available now to level up my character. You've been promoted. Level up. Congratulations, you have gained enough experience to go up a level. Open your character ledger and advance your character. Leveling up increases your health points, gives you points to upgrade your skills, as well as gives you access to new perks every other level. Sounds familiar? It should. Keep leveling and you'll be upper management material in no time. I do like this game, how everything is sort of like company sort of based. It's all sort of like management level and doing paperwork when people die, and that's all they're really interested about. Yes, I've got that, and now I'm going to have a look at my ledger and ledger again. Oh, hang on, yes, anti-Cleo management training. He's getting involved now. Who is anti-Cleo? Skill improvements. Every time you level up, you earn a skill point to spend on improving your skills. Spending a skill point on a core skill, like melee, improves all of your specialized skills in that group, up to a maximum of 50. After 50, you can add points directly to specialized skills, up to 100. Every skill improves as it grows, but special unlock bonuses occur every 20 points. Read each skill description to see what they are. Armor, consumables, and status effects can temporarily raise and lower your skills. This helps, or hurts, skill checks. And the skills, passive bonuses, but don't give or take away the skill unlocks. I probably messed that last bit up. And that sounds probably a little bit more complicated than it is, so just to have a little quick rundown of exactly what that means. At the moment, I have 10 available points, and I pointed to my monitor there thinking you could see. Silly Shaun. I have 10 available skill points, right next to where it says skills, close to where I am at the top, and I can put them into any of these skills I want. I'm going to put one in range now. Bang. It increases everything in there. Handguns, long guns, and heavy weapons are by 1 point. I can do that on any one of these groups. As soon as over 50%, so in this case it's going to be 2 skills, in this one it's going to be 1 skill, reaches the point of 50, I then can go even more specialized and start just putting skill points into each one of these. So it will no longer, pressing that button will no longer work and no longer fill all of these skill points up. I can only do it one at a time. So progressing your skills will actually decrease the higher level you get. I don't know if I helped the situation there by trying to explain it, but over the course of many hours of streaming, maybe we can work this out. Right, so I've added one to my range weapons. I'm going to add another one because I have a gunslinger. My handguns and long guns are 28, and my heavy weapons are 25. I went for my tech early on so I could get my medical science and engineering up. I'm going to put my tech up 1 just to get medical above 20, so all of them above 20. Now, on the right of all of these skills, it actually tells you what each one does. Now, if I'm just hovering over the medical here, medical is a tech skill. The medical skill increases the heal amount provided from items in the inhaler, increases the duration of effects, and opens extra slots. 25.3% heal amount granted by the medical inhaler, and 12.6% effect duration from items slotted in the medical inhaler. That's all stuff which you would expect to see in the skill when you up it, like lockpicking. You expect it to be able to open locks. Hacking, you expect to be able to hack things. But for every 20 levels that this skill goes up, that's why I wanted to get medical up to 20, because I now get extra bonuses. Yay for the extra bonuses. So I'm now novice, and I can unlock the second drug mixer slot for the inhaler. This I found really quite impressive, and I will show you how to do that a little bit later. But any skill that I've now got above 20 gets the very first novice skill improvement. Tinker, improve your weapons and armor at the workbench. All really, really handy. And they all have lots of skills. These ones here, like dodge, I haven't got because I haven't got to level 20. And ones like handguns, I'm at 28, so I'm really close to competent 40, really close, 12 away. And that will do handgun critical damage plus 50%. And then if I would get up to 60, it'd be minimum armor penetration damage plus 10%. So going up in stages of 20 will improve your character in those skills and give you extra bonuses. So at the moment, just being at level 20 novice, I've unlocked the TTD, location hit effects. I'm not sure what that means. I think that's just like VATs and critical hits and selecting certain body parts. I'm mentioning VATs again. I do apologise. I'm so sorry. Right, so I want the dialogue to go up. I would like persuade to go up to 20. Because at 20, I would get the bonus of cower. Humans have a 20% chance to cower in fear for 3 seconds after the first time you hit them. Could be handy, you know, when taking out more orders. So I'm going to get dialogue up just so I can get persuade up to 20, and also it's going to help me in conversations. Having persuade at 20 will help an awful lot of conversations. I'm not going to do as much lying and intimidating as probably persuading. I wanted to be a charmer. Right, I've now got stealth, hacking and lockpicking. That might be alright for the time being, but I am going to go up 1 with that, just so I can get sneak up. I'm going to want to get sneak up to level 20 at some point, so I can attack unaware enemies while crouched to deal a bonus damage. That means my first attack will actually do an awful lot more damage, and on this hard difficult level could be really impressive. Now, at the moment, my leadership isn't great. I have inspiration. The inspiration skill increases the damage inflicted by your companions. I don't have companions at the moment, but I will. And determination. The determination skill increases the maximum health of your companions. And both of these basically help your companions in dealing more damage, receiving more damage, or being able to use their special abilities, which we'll come on to later. This is a good one to have. I may not necessarily get the benefits from it straight away, but at every opportunity I am just going to stick 1 into that at every point. And now all of a sudden you notice that I am spreading my points around a lot to begin with. I can specialise a lot more later with just the handguns, really knock that up when I get both of these to around about 50. Defence and melee I'm just going to ignore because I never really dodged, to be perfectly honest. You are quite right. My moustache alone should bring my persuade up to 20. I shouldn't need to be putting points into dialogue. I mean, look at me. Mohawk, moustache, armor, really. I don't know, scary or elegant. One of them, I'm not too sure. Regal, I would say. Stealth, right. So what am I going to put my next skill in? I'm quite happy with tech. Tech is coming along nicely. But I did say I'm going to be a handgunner. I'm going to be a gunslinger, not a handgunner. The gunslinger of the open world, the scumbaggy one. So anything extra is going to go into range just to try and get these up, because I want to be dealing as much damage as possible. Now I've got to press the apply button at the bottom. That normally takes me about 3 attempts to press it before it takes 1. Oh, okay. Live stream takes the first attempt. Time, dilation, location, hits. You have unlocked location hit effects for tactical time dilation. I still, every time I say it, I don't know if I'm saying it right or not. Hitting enemies in different locations during TDD maims or cripples those body parts. Try different locations to see the different effects. Hits to the chest produce different effects when using different weapons. Just go for the face. Oh, congratulations. Combat dialogue abilities. You have unlocked a dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. I said that right, didn't I? Right, what else have we got? Anything else? No, nothing else. Right, my character's coming along now as a smooth-talking gunslinger. But we have a perk. No, we don't, Shaun. We have a perk. There we go. Done at second time. Selecting perks. Welcome to perk selection. On this screen, you can choose which perks to buy with your perk points. You get a new perk point to spend every 2 levels. You can also acquire perk points through gameplay, such as escaping a floor. Really? I don't think I ever come across... Ah, no, I have, yes. Acquiring 5 new perks makes the next tier of perks available to you. Auntie wants you to be your best to help her be the very best. Yeah, there are certain points in this game when you come across certain things that you've done a lot, and you can take that as a flaw. Like, if you take a lot of damage from beasts, the game will say, look, you're obviously taking a lot of damage from beasts. If you take the flaw, which makes you even more susceptible to beast damage, you can pick another perk. They do have, you know, you've got to weigh it up. Perks are good, but taking a flaw, I think, is a really big penalty. Now, if my first character was anything to go by, health would be good, but I did also pick very early on increasing my carrying capacity by 50 kilograms. Early game, I'm going to pick up everything. I think that one may be a good one to go by. Though, as this is a harder difficult 11, base health of 50% is going to be hard to turn down. But we also have Slow the World. TTD. That lasts longer. Surely this is normal. Plus 25% tactical time dilation meter max. That's got to be a good one to have as well. Maybe not now, maybe when I reach level 4 though. Lone Wolf. Sometimes you're the only person you can trust, and that's okay. You deal increased damage when adventuring alone. As soon as I'm able to, I'm not going to adventure alone, because I think the bonuses and perks and just having a companion with you and the conversations you have makes this game so much more special than trying to do it on your own. So anything that says bonuses if you go on your own, I'm not going to do that. I want to be with companions. Strider. Years of Adrenalin time used have left a permanent pep in your step, plus 25% walk speed. That's just walking a 1/4% faster than you're doing now, a quarter of what you're doing now. Right, you're not slow, you're just fast. 20% sprint speed. No, high maintenance. Minus 25% cost to weapon and armor durability loss. So that's just maybe not. 15% companion crit. Plus 5 base armor rating. A few bits more. Vendors and vending machines have additional ammo, consumables, and general items available. This effect will happen the next time a vendor or vending machine restocks. Wait. Tactical time, recharge. I can fast travel while over encumbered. How many times would we fancy that in Skyrim? Plus 50% XP from companions. Haven't got a companion yet. Minus 20% vendor prices. You'd pick the time dilation for sure. What, straight away? Slow the world. That is definitely the kind of character I'm going for. I'm hoping to not get hit too many times because people aren't going to react because I've killed them too quickly. And 50 grams carrying capacity. Hopefully, maybe, I get a companion at some point soon. You never know. And they can bear a little bit of the brunt of carrying things. Okay. I want to go for slow the wind. 25% tactical time dilation meter max. I hope that's what you meant, because I've now got it. That was 2 button presses there before it registered. Right. No, wrong button, Shaun. Right, details. Level 2. I haven't got any flaws. My reputation at the moment is 0s across the board, apart from... Oh, Space's Choice, minus 5%. Yeah, maybe they took the whole me shooting the guy in the face and then sending 2 of their people off to die. They took that the wrong way, didn't they? Maybe mistakes. But I am a scumbag, don't you know? Right, so that's my character. My character's not there. I was hoping that was going to be on my character on the screen. My character's on that screen. Right, inventory. That handgun's the same as that handgun. Oh, I've got lots and lots of armor here. So, what armor am I carrying at the moment? Determination plus 5 and tech skills plus 5. They're both level 1. This is stealth skill. Hack. Oh, it's a bit of pristine armor. It's better armor. I'm just going to stick that on for the time being. Stealth. Stealth. Melee. Melee. Stealth. Melee. Right, apparently I'm a determined hacker. Oh, I'm happy enough with that. And I've got 12 of these for the time being. They're Adreno. They're what you use to heal yourself. They're the things that increases your health. 25% health over 2 seconds, to be in fact. This, what I've got here, is the emergency medical inhaler. This is what I put my health products and everything like that. I stick them into these inhalers. Yes, as well, I've gone for the correct one that you wanted, TDD. Thank you very much. You have this inhaler and you can mix different things in there. That gives you bonuses or just increases your health. At the moment, I've got 2 unlocked. I've got this one, which is the Adreno, Space's Choice. This is the healing one. That's that there. That's in slot 1. But I've got slot 2. So I can put anything else in there. And as I inhale this stuff, I'm also going to be inhaling something else. Like bread, for some reason. I don't know if they mush it down or if I've got some sort of like food mixer or processor, but somehow that gets put in the inhaler as well. No, that's not the button I pressed. Come on, back you go. There we go. Or I could put in some Space's Choice Gourmet Salt Tuna Fillets. I put that in there, and apparently I would then get plus 25% base health over 2 minutes. I don't know why, but I've got 2 of these. What are these? Fast ration pill. Space's Choice provides flavorless substance only carbohydrates, plus 200% natural health regeneration, lasts 2 minutes. Right, so I'm going to press that, and now I get both of these effects whenever I take an inhaler. But only for the next 2 times I take the inhaler, because I only have 2 of these ration pills. But I will get the plus 20% natural health regeneration, and the instant heal of 2 seconds, 25%. When I've run out of them, it will just randomly pick one of these other things. I could be getting just random bonuses that I don't know about. Okay, no, I want to go to journal. Journal, I'm still stranger in a strange land. Find a power regulator. The Unreliable's power regulator has been damaged beyond repair and must be replaced. Ada Edie suggests you seek help in the nearby settlement of Edgewater. Talk to whoever runs the town. And map. That's not the map, that's the map. Right, and Edgewater is, well, at the moment it's telling me to leave the ship. So that's, you know, me leaving the ship. But that is Edgewater there. And I think just to get things moving along, I'm going to head straight to Edgewater. I've got time to explore all of this map, which I will be doing in future streams by the looks of it, because I'm going to do it all in one go. But I'm going to go to this area here. The one thing about this, one thing also about this game, which I'm not too pleased with, I can't put a location marker down. I want to go there, but I can't say I want to go there, which I suppose is normal. Right, I'm now going to leave the ship. On this screen, you can see information on your active and completed quests, as well as changes your what screen. I haven't got screen activated. Right, let's explore the ship. Oh, the reliable is now the unreliable. I could explore the ship. I found...
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Oh, I've got a sawn-off shotgun. Right, this is a workbench. This is where I can upgrade weapons and modify them, tinker with them, and repair them. I don't know if there's too much else about this ship at the moment. I can come back here at some point. Let's have a look at the workbench. Yes, workbench. The workbench allows you to repair, upgrade, and modify your weapons. I just said that. And armor. To be fair, I didn't say armor, so, you know, fair point. Keeping your combat ready and in tip-top shape at all times. On each screen, first select the weapon or armor item that you want to work on. Then choose what you want to do. Repair it, break it down for parts, modify it with a mod, or tinker to upgrade it. Let's just have a quick look at this before I head to Edgewater. There's all my weapons. You can see that that one is actually very, very damaged. So I'm not going to modify it. I'm going to want to tinker. No, I'm going to want to repair it. So I've got this one here, the sawn-off shotgun, Spacer's Choice, repair. Now, on the right, I've got sawn-off shotgun. I can repair it from 5% to 100%, which would mean the damage goes from 4 to 14. And repair, it would take me 17 weapon parts. I've got 17 weapon parts. It will take me 15 weapon parts. I haven't got enough to repair that by the looks of it. But it's a shotgun. I am not a shotgun playing character. You're quite right. Inhaling tuna is the worst thing you can imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine too much things worse, though, to be perfectly honest. I think raw meat is also an option in this game, and that's, you know, just disgusting. Even if I was to mince it beforehand. Right, I'm not a shotgun character, so I'm not going to be repairing the shotgun. I have this light pistol, but I don't think that's too important. Modify. I have got one pistol selected. This pistol is the same, so I might as well just break it down. I'll keep the shotgun just in case, but I'm going to break down all of that and that. So I'm going to keep that because this has like a little diamond on the right hand side, which means it's actually a rarer item, and so it just increases the sale value of it. Doesn't really seem to do too much else. I don't think. It may be slightly better than other things, so I'm actually going to sell that. That'll be better to sell. I know I could have gone through my armor, but and picked what I was going to do with my armor, but I actually want to go to Edgewater, make my way to Edgewater as soon as possible, and start meeting and greeting all the people of Edgewater. Oh, hello. Ernest?
I'll be with you, friend. I'm Ernie, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources. Town sent me hereabouts to check on the guards.
The guards.
Seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but seems to me they're all dead. Mind telling me what happened here?
I know nothing. I just turned up the same as you. Yeah, The guards and the locals had a bit of an altercation. A lie. The guards accidentally brutally shot themselves while on patrol. No, I can't say that. I don't like your tone, Ernie. Right, yeah, the guards and the locals had a bit of an altercation.
Altercation, you say?
That's what I said, altercation.
As that goes. Spacer's choice policy strictly prohibits dying during work hours. Guess I'd better get to cleaning up.
Really?
Can't just leave
Better dock to their pay.
scattered about, bleeding out on the dirt.
I could use their gear. No sense in letting a good suit of armour go to waste. I've already got all their gear, to be perfectly honest. A good idea. And clean up the ship while you're at it. Don't you care that they're dead? Or they died?
Oh, right. Yeah, well, we do need all the hands we got, what with folks in Edgewater dropping off like sissy pig tumors. Less competition, though, come promoting time. You want to amble on over to Edgewater at your earliest convenience. Constable's office might have work for someone with your, let's just say, aggressive disposition.
Aggressive disposition? What?
And,
Me?
Be sure to stop by the Edgewater Provisioner for a can of salt tuna. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
Wow, you're really selling that salt tuna there, is it? Was it salt tuna? Yeah, really selling that. It's not the best, but it's, you know, it's the stuff we make. Hang on, I want to ask you something.
Don't get paid bits to chat with strangers. You want to chew the rag, go talk to Silas over by the cemetery.
Silas Cemetery. Okay, I'll be on my way then to find Silas at the cemetery. Right, let's have a look at the map. We are there. We now have a fast travel. There is something there. I don't think I'm high enough level actually to go exploring that at the moment. So I'll you know, just that's there. At some point before leaving the planet, I will be going and having a looking there. And there are a few other places like that. But let's go to Edgewater. Let's go to Edgewater and let's have a chat and let's get a few more missions because there's plenty of missions in Edgewater for us to be picking up. Weapon? Hey, weapon. Right. Let's take a bit of a stroll in this lovely, lovely countryside. Oh, there's something over there. And there's Edgewater. There's something. I'm going to go and have a look at that. I can't remember if I looked at that ever at all. Yeah, love that motto. I love that motto too. They've got two. You've got you've tried the best, now try the rest, and you've also got it's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. Have I said them right? I'm as bad as the person at the beginning who I shot. No, there's a ship taking off there. I don't know where that ship's going. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, that Primal's dead. He's got an axe in his head. From this resident. Oh, and we've got energy cells and light ammo. And a shovel. And another resident. What were they doing out here with the shovel? Don't know, but they got attacked by a primal. I could take the hatchet because I want to sell that or break it down at some point. There's my ship. Serenity. I mean, well, it could be Serenity. I don't know what the actual name is for that ship, but it's Serenity from now on. It's about as close to Serenity as I've seen in any game, to be perfectly honest. And Edgewater. There's Edgewater. We're going to be making... Edgewater seems to be having a lot of... The skies are actually quite busy, aren't they? Lots of ships taking off. And look at those colours. Bit of the aurora there. And that's one of our rings. There's a moon. I've walked into a rock or something. Yeah, this game gets 10 out of 10 for its graphics. It does look beautiful, and I hope it's showing up on the stream, and there's someone over there. Who are you? Ah, also, I don't know if I've got some other skill or if that's something I have to pick up, but if I hover over them and then press the button... No, oh yes, it does. I can actually see what they are. He's a marauder, health 102, armor 4. Wonderful. And before he actually notices me, I'm going to try and get some shots off him. Oh! There's lots of them. I mean, why wouldn't there be lots of them? Yes, 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 yes. Now, if you can just stop shooting at me. Just die. Wonderful, that went well. I didn't lose all my health, so that was actually quite good. I'm quite happy with that. Now, where did they all... Oh, they were killing residents. They deserve to die then, to be perfectly honest. Now, who are you? You're a resident. Who else did I shoot? There was 3 of you. I shot you. There's one here. A marauder. And I shot another one somewhere. I hate this. They need to have a map location or something, because I shot another one, and you're the first one I shot, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, no, that's fine. I've lost a body. In any other situation, losing a body would be very, very bad situation, but I'll have to accept the fact that I've lost a body. Oh. Nope, that's a rock. The rock, Shaun, not a body, it's a rock. And what do I have here? I have a bridge made of rock that I'm just walking under. And there's the planet, or is that the moon? Are we the moon orbiting the planet, or is that the planet orbiting the... No, I think that's the big planet and we're orbiting that, I believe. I do get a good look at a map later, at a map of the solar system later on, so that will probably explain exactly what's happening. But there's another planet or moon there. There's another one there. This is a very, very busy place that we're actually in at the moment. And here's Edgewater. Doesn't it look all lovely and colourful and corporate? Very, very corporate. And I have... No, they're not robots. They must be lights or something. I'm going to put my gun away, because I would think it's intimidating walking up to people. This is a graveyard. Walking up to people with my gun drawn is not a good way up, Spade. Oh, apparently that's stealing. I ain't going to do that. Yeah, this is a graveyard, and walking up to people with my gun drawn is not probably the best first impression that I want to be giving people. Talk.
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
The hills I just came from. Or other hills. Doesn't matter, I've been fighting marauders since I landed on this planet, so, you know, I am a marauder fighter. Or a scumbag gunslinger from the outer worlds. Right, I'm just passing through. I always say that. My pod crashed in the hills back there. How do you know I'm not a marauder? My pod crashed in the hills back there? Maybe?
Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
They're all trying to sell things, aren't they? I never got your name. I'm Mel. Do they pay you to chat with strangers? Lie. Nice to meet you. I'm Alex Hawthorne, captain of the Unreliable. Is that why you've got a pair of armed guards? I never got your name. I'm Mel. I'm going to be honest with these guys right from the start, I think.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that, huh?
No, I don't.
Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Well, I'm pleased to meet you, Silas. You've been hauling corpses all day long. Why? Would be my question, but what have I got? Who do I talk to about a power regulator? To the point. I like it. I'm looking to make a little money while I'm here. This place looks like it's falling to pieces. Junior in humour. Fancy title for a gravedigger. Right, who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure.
Nope, definitely not.
Inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. You offer me a job, I do what I want. You're asking the wrong person. I'm not interested. Depends on the work you're offering. Oh, no, depends on the work. You offering me a job.
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means...
Renting a grave?
Means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see.
People have to rent the places they get buried? For how long? You want me to collect what's owed to you? I can do that. You're making people pay for their own graves? Why can't you collect these fees yourself? Let me ask you about something else. Why can't you collect these fees yourself?
Mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know.
Why have you got a backlog of graves to fill? Why are people dying? Alright, I'll collect the fees for you. Never mind that. Let me ask you something else. Okay, I'll collect the fees.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
The Western speaking corp jargon is fantastic, isn't it? The actual the writing and the dialogue in this game is really spot on. And you're right, I fill the graves. I don't dig the graves. Apparently I'm now collecting money for people who haven't paid for their graves yet. Why is Abernathy? Does Abernathy have a farm? A special case. Where can I find these people? Why Abernathy?
Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Right, so I have, I can't remember how many, it's 4 or 5 people who I've got to go and collect the money for because they aren't up to date with renting graves. Apparently, for whatever reason, they have to rent the grave that they're going to be living in after they're dead, or something like that. One of them's called Abernathy. Don't know if he's got a farm. I cannot confirm that or deny that at the moment. But he's inside and he's a bit cuckoo, apparently. And there's someone in the landing pad. Everybody else is in the settlement of Edgewater. There was something else I wanted to ask you.
Yeah?
Yeah. This town must be pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed. Oh, that's because he's a gravedigger, right. You lost a lot of people to marauders? Or no, you lose a lot of people to marauders? Have you heard any news about the Hope? How long have you been a junior inhumer, gravedigger, whatever? Right, I'm assuming... Do I start talking about the Hope, the spaceship that I started the game on? Why is it still up there? I don't know if people know about it at the moment. Have you heard about the Hope?
The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether, never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing, far as rumors go. There a reason you asking?
So, in answer to the question, no. No one seems to know about the Hope or what happened to the Hope, so that seems to be some sort of secret or something that... I believe it's the board, the ones in control. They're probably keeping that from everybody. I don't understand. You're saying everybody's forgotten about us? Probably don't want to be mentioning too much more about it, to be perfectly honest. The Hope isn't a rumour, it's real. I'm living proof. I don't understand. You're saying everybody's forgotten about us. The Hope isn't a rumour. It's real. I'm living proof. Probably don't say that I'm from the Hope, but... Well, actually, everyone's forgotten about us is saying from the Hope, but let's have a look.
Hope's just a rumor, friend. Ancient rumor at that. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you.
Maybe I have been out in the sun too long. Because also time seems to slow down and everything. You probably don't need to know about that. This is ridiculous. I don't understand. They said the colony was expecting us. Let's change the subject. This is ridiculous.
No, this is sounding like sedition. I'm not too keen on getting clapped in irons because you wouldn't stop running your mouth. Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about Hope this and colony that, but you need to stop, or there's gonna be trouble.
And he's got 2 guards behind him, and I don't want to go in there all shooting. Right. Where's the trouble in asking a question? Let's change the subject.
Something I can do for you?
Yeah, tell me about the Hope. Oh no, you said you don't want to know anything about that. Hey, about those fees you wanted. Got a question for you.
Yeah?
This town must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
Okay, I have a question in the chat. I'm going to just finish this conversation. This won't take too much longer. And then I will be announcing what's going to be happening over the next couple of weeks and months to my channel. And then I'll just be taking a 2-minute break, or however long it takes to boil a kettle to get a nice cup of tea. And then I'll be right back. But I'm just going to finish this conversation. Then I'll have a little bit of a chat. Right. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors, loyal company folk, braving the wilds. What was he talking about? Right, there's a plague in Edgewater. Yes, a plague. The place that I'm now going to be walking into. You're not worried about falling sick? How long have you been a junior? You're not worried about falling sick?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
Right, how long have you been a junior inhumer, gravedigger, whatever?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1... all my life?
All your life? You've been a gravedigger all your life?
Air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
So you're a gravedigger, and you say you like it because of the fresh air. Just gonna have a little think about that. Right. You lose a lot of people to marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
What are they after, loot? If you've got a marauder problem, I can take care of it. Yes, I can. I'm a lootin' tootin' shootin' machine.
If you're gonna go headhunting, talk to Constable Reyes back in town. She pays
Constable
for
Reyes.
by the finger.
Okay, Constable Reyes, she pays for marauders by the finger. Beats airs, I suppose. Fingers are probably easier to get to. What are they after, loot? Any idea where they're coming from? What are they after, loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
I don't care about your pay, to be perfect. Oh, I can't find out where they're coming from. Oh, no, that's okay. I'm gonna leave the conversation. There's a couple of guards there. The quest tracker displays objectives for the active quest. You can change the active quest in the quest log of your ledger. That's another thing. I wish that I could select more than one quest, because I now have a small grave matter. Silas, the local grave digger, asks you to collect money from a few workers late on their payments, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people to collect payments for. If I select that, and then go and have a look at map, you can see that most of them are in there, apart from that person there. But I can only actually have one of these selected at any time, and that's telling me to go in there. Wonderful. And you don't want to... This is another thing that just annoys me just a little bit. I'm using a controller. I'm using a controller because I can do slower movements on a controller. I've got it set so much so that I'm really, really slow. And it's probably not quite as sickening or vomit-inducing as, you know, using a mouse. Because when I use a mouse, I can't get it slow enough. And I just end up all over the place. And I can't even re-watch my footage back when I'm playing with a mouse, because it makes me feel ill. But when I talk to this person here and press the X button, that's the same button for reloading my weapon, and this happens. I don't want to shoot him. I wanted to talk to him. Put my weapon away. But that's a small thing, and hopefully I can work out how to remap the buttons and do something so that I don't draw my weapon. Anyway, this is the town of Edgewater, and if you do love westerns, western games, western films, or, like I said, Firefly, this is heavily influenced, I think, by Firefly and things like that. I mean, what other sort of genre would you find Edgewater Cemetery discovered? That's there. I discovered that a couple of minutes ago. Where else would you find a coffin just leaning up against a wall there of the sort of gravedigger's place? But also the stairs on the outside. You can imagine this being something like Red Dead Redemption. If you could get the damn thing to run on your computer, that is. Right, and now this is Edgewater. Now, I'm about to go in here, but before I do, I said I was going to have a bit of a chat, and I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea, because I'm trying to see how long I can do a live stream for before I pass out, apparently. And I like to do it on a Sunday, because I've only got work tomorrow morning, you know, what's that to worry about? So I'm going to be taking a couple of minutes break just to go and get myself a cup of tea, come back up here. It's decaffeinated tea I'll be drinking, so don't worry, I'm not going to be all completely wacko and not be able to get to sleep till 3 o'clock in the morning because of all the caffeine. I'm going to have decaf tea, come back up there and continue my stream. I'll only be away for a couple of minutes hopefully, but I want to see if I can sort of go on a little bit later than I normally would. How long am I going to keep up streams for? Well, am I going to be streaming next week? Definitely. Most definitely. I want to get back to streaming. When I was streaming Assassin's Creed, was it Odyssey? Last year, I was streaming several times a week, and I was enjoying that. And it was only because of certain private issues that I wasn't able to keep up with that. Now I think I will. And I don't want to just be streaming once a week. I want to be streaming a couple of times or 3 times a week. I think for this week and for the next couple of weeks, I'll be streaming a couple of times a week just to see how I get into it, and then probably would like to up it to 3 times a week. So I'm going to be streaming every Sunday night. So every Sunday night I'm going to try and do this for 2 to 3 hours, see how I get on and see how I can go with that. And then I'll be recording the footage, and then that will be uploaded in a couple of smaller chunks during the course of the week. I also will be streaming on Friday nights, but of course if you can't make Friday nights, obviously you can rewatch the live stream or rewatch the uploaded higher quality footage. And so for the next couple of weeks it's going to be Friday night and Sunday night, and if I do find it's going well and I'm enjoying it, you know, like I did last time, I may try and stick a midweek one in there for a couple of hours on like a Wednesday night or something. But at the moment I'm going to be streaming on Sundays and Fridays and just see how it goes from there. I'm so pleased that you're both that you're happy with this. Thank you very much. I'm enjoying it. I'm having so much fun, and I just plan on keep going like this at the moment. Now, before I'm going to go into Edgewater, I'm just going to stop the game there. I've spent so much time as well on all different kinds of pictures and everything like that, and we've got a "We'll be right back" page now. I'll be right back. It's time for a cup of tea. So I'm going to be doing that now. There's going to be a little bit of music here. I'm literally going to be 2 minutes, and then I'm going to be right back in here. Just probably get a biscuit and a cup of tea, come in here, and then go back on again and for another hour and a half. Just see how I go, or until people get bored and want me to stop. But thank you very much. And oh, what music are we listening to? And hello there, I'm back in the room. I'm just going to create a save while I'm here. And welcome back to Edgewater and the Outer Worlds. Thank you very much for sticking with the stream. And I'm going to be going for another hour at the very least, I would have thought, just see how long I can go. Let's have a good explore of Edgewater while I'm here. I'm going to pick up a load of quests and missions and have a good look around. And just see what we can find for what will be our next stream on Friday, where I'll be tidying up all the missions that I've got from tonight's stream. And you're right, this game is gorgeous, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, that was fast. I hope hopefully you had time to do whatever you were doing, but I don't like to keep the stream inactive for too long. I like to get into it, and someone was watching the stream downstairs and they were happily for me put the kettle on so that it was all waiting for me when I got down there. So to have loved ones doing things like that for you. Right, okay, let's go and have a look in Edgewater, and let's pick up some missions and quests and have a good explore around here. Oh, I was going to go and have a look in the Gravedigger's place because I think there's stuff in there to pick up, but we'll worry about that at a later date. Right, and this is beautiful Edgewater, and I've walked into town with my gun out. That's just giving off wrong kind of signals. Right, not everywhere in this town I can enter, which is, you know, understandable. There are plenty of back alleys, and it's just got that very Western vibe. A futuristic corporate Western vibe. But we're going to have a look around here and just try and see if there's anything that I can pinch just to make my life a little bit... I don't know if I need to sneak, to be perfectly honest. There's no one around here. But just see what I can open, pinch, and just to make my life a little bit easier, because I'm a bit of a scumbag. Not really. I don't really want to be a scumbag, right? So you're a corporate guard. I'll try and talk to you. And then
start asking you for some medicine. Come tell me. I'll set them straight.
Okay, sorry about the gun. That's, you know, that's an involuntary reaction to whenever I want to talk to someone. I put a gun in their face.
Keep your distance, friend.
Really?
Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Sick house? We've got the cantina. I've got the barber, because obviously every good Western settlement needs a barber. And this is the sick house. Do I want to be exploring the sick house? I don't want to be drawing my gun and walking in there. If all these people are sick, that's probably the last thing they want to see. Hello, who are you? Are you sick?
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
Look, Rosemary Kwan? Kwan? Kwan. Why not? I go where I want. No, why not?
Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
I'm taking the gunslinger thing very literally. Yes, whenever I walk into a place, go in with my gun drawn and expecting the worst. You're in about as much trouble as you can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk. What, because you're ill? I don't mind. Why, what's going on here? You make it sound like I'm being watched.
The walls talk, is all. We all got sights on each other. Any of us breaks company protocol, boss is gonna hear about it from 6 different mouths. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
No, that's true. I probably don't want what you've got. I've got Medical 5. I've got some training. I could take a look at you. How did you get sick? Strength, which I don't have because I'm not a very good strong character. I'm not worried. I don't get sick often. I probably do, to be perfectly honest. Alright, Medical 5. I've got some training. I could take a look at you.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
Don't, please. I can get into a lot of trouble. You obviously need help. What kind of trouble? You're sick.
People trouble. Lazy worker like me getting special treatment from some out-of-town physiker like you? People will talk. Company always tells us weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
Hot tea. Right, that's ridiculous. You can't blame yourself for being sick. It's a little late for that. That's ridiculous. You can't blame yourself for because you feel sick.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
A spell? Skyrim? What kind of spell? You're not doing it. Oh, you're sitting down. Okay, that's fine. Do I want to explore a sick house? I don't know. Especially the toilet. I don't want to be in the sick house's toilet. Do you want to speak to me?
At least
Sorry.
I paid my gravesite fees.
So I didn't point. At least you've paid your graveside fees. Well, you're okay, aren't you? You're the lucky one. Right, now I'm going to leave. Damn sick. I'm fine, okay? Look, no... You didn't hear that. Right, now I'm fine. I've got the barber shop. I've got the cantina. Got residence here. I doubt I can speak. Residence.
2 whole cans of Saltuna.
Right, I could go and have a look at all these places, but I'm gonna... There's so much to do here and look at. Space's Choice Cantina discovered. Thank you very much. I think it's going to be for best if I go and speak to this person who I'm supposed to be speaking to about following on the mission, about getting this part for my ship. And then, once that is done, I can have a proper look around this settlement of Edgewater. What we got? Space's Choice. Space... Choice? Saltuna. Emerald Vale of Terra 2. Okay, we've got... got a couple I can steal. Is looking at this okay? Space's Choice property. Terminal access logs. Okay, notice. The Edgewater Saltuna canning facility strictly adheres to Space's Choice standards of health and safety. Notice. Schedule your sick leave with your Space's Choice foreman and or supervisor. Be considerate towards other members of the Space's Choice family. Allow 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your scheduled sick leave. Well, that's okay. As long as you know you're going to be sick 3 or 4 weeks in advance, you're perfectly fine. Yeah, it is bleak. Yeah, the sick house is quite a bleak sort of place. And to be perfectly honest, Edgewater, I'm just going to warn people who don't know, Edgewater is a place that's really, really down in its luck. There is a plague going on, and it is quite a bleak and dark sort of tone to the entire area. Obsidian, with this game, they haven't done all fluffy. They have, you know, like Fallout 3 could be very, very dark, and Fallout New Vegas was very, very dark at times. And in places this can be as well. It can also go the other way and be funny and all fluffy and everything's fine. But Edgewater is sort of like they send you here first to sort of show you that this game can go to some dark places at times. Anyway, and there's a plague here, so that's obviously the big red warning light. Right, so I've got to give, you've got to give 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your scheduled sick leave. Lost hours must be compensated to the company. See Reed if you're having trouble paying for your sick leave. We'll try to arrange wage deductions instead. Remember, work invigorates the spirit. Sickness in the body reflects sickness in the mind and sickness in the character. If you find yourself falling ill, it may be time to schedule a meeting with our local vicar. Yeah, I think they've got it all wrong, to be perfectly honest. Right, we're now going to go and meet... I can't remember what his name is, but he's the sort of like the big boss, the big cheese of... I'm pulling my weapon out. I'm not going to walk in to the town leader with my gun drawn.
The grease monkey
Reed Robson? Reed, I can't see that bloody thing's in the way.
You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
don't apologize. Just try using small words. Seems we've got a guest.
Oh, hang on.
Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up.
Parvati.
I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Sorry, I should have given you 2 to 4 weeks notice that I was going to be turning up, but unfortunately the paperwork didn't arrive on time. Oh no, hang on a minute. Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you. You must be the town boss. I'll wait until you're finished.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Right, no, that's perfectly fine, but okay. Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you. You must be the town boss. We can start with introductions. I'm Mel.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't have a uniform. Scumbag gunslingers from the Outworlds just don't have uniforms, I'm afraid. I think you may have the wrong idea about me. Uniform? What are you talking about? I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Been a few seasons since someone's passed through your town? Okay. My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator. I don't plan on staying long. No, the power regulator.
The only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Well, isn't that lucky? Okay, let's hear it. Frying myself? Let me guess, you want me to do something for you before you'll help me? Frying myself? No. Oh, yeah, that one.
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
This place is mostly abandoned. I think he's misusing the word mostly there. He should have said not. When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean? That's a lot to ask of a stranger. Tell me about the geothermal plant. Mostly abandoned?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Tell me what I need to do. What a surprise, I never would have guessed. That's almost as sarcastic as I am. I don't think these people will take kindly to losing their power. You mean marauders? Marauders aren't people.
The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters. Former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
So they're people, they're deserters, former workers, not marauders. So I'm going to be going into their place and removing power for them. That's lovely. Tell me what I need to do. Why? If you want me to solve your deserter problem, I charge by the head. I'm not going to go in the shooting. Why?
Edgewater is struggling.
Hadn't noticed.
We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
How can I help? None of what you're telling me is my problem. I've seen Edgewater. I don't blame those workers for walking out. How can I help?
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
All right, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help. How will I recognize Adelaide? I can't make any promises. How do I recognize her?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
So she's the leader. These workers must have left town for a reason. What if Adelaide doesn't want to come back? You asked me to cut off power to an entire community. That's true. What if Adelaide doesn't want to come back?
That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining.
No, but I probably will have to.
Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Will she understand? I don't think she will understand, but she might understand. All right, Reed, I'll see what I can do to help. I can't make any promises. I'm going to do it.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Yeah, sure, I could use the company. I don't need Parvati's help. Parvati's help. Parvati's help. Right, you're picking and choosing who should be and who shouldn't be shot in the head. If you want anyone to be betrayed and killed, this one's the one to do it. You know what? I totally agree with you. Mr. Reed Thompson is a bit of a scumbag, even more of a scumbag than I am. Sure, I could use the company.
Great.
I like to have Parvati around with me.
Diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
It is a lot to ask of a stranger, but let's be going. Oh, hello, companions. You've gained a companion. Congratulations, me. They are characters that join you in your adventures and help you in a variety of ways. Plus, companions provide combat support. That's true. Plus, their skills enhance your skills. That is also very true. Plus, they increase your carrying capacity. Probably the most significant of them all. No, there are other things that are probably more significant. Plus, you can unlock special companion combat abilities with their inspiration skills. Learn more about companions in the companion ledger. I can speak to him a little bit more, which I will, but I now have Parvati, who is probably one of the more... Yeah, I'm going to be portraying Reed, so I'm going to let you in on a secret. Things aren't going to end well for him, to be perfectly honest. Sorry, I shouldn't actually be telling you that in front of... Come over here. Come up. Things are going to end up bad for your boss. Right, Parvati. Having Parvati in my team, if I'm saying it right, I think that's how you said it. Oh, the companion ledger. This companion ledger shows you everything you need to know about your companions. You can see their skills, stats, status effects, and gear. To change your character's gear, first select the item you want to swap out and choose a compatible item to replace it with. You can also change how they behave in combat by selecting their preferred weapons, follow distance, and aggressiveness. Now, these are the weapons that they've got. She's actually got a level 2 pistol, which is better than mine, but I want to let that one slide. She's only got tech skills +5. She hasn't got a helmet, but to be perfectly honest, the only kind of helmets I've got are for handed melee, which is no use to her whatsoever, but hey ho. She also comes with perk points, but I believe it's only like every, I don't know, 5 levels I think I go up that they're allowed, or something like that. And here we go. Here's information, and I've got behaviours, the distance that they'd like to go into combat with. If I shoot Reed right now, she will help you kill them all. I'm probably not going to be shooting him right now, because I think there's a few other things that I can do. I don't want the entire town to be against me. I don't know if they would be against me, but hey ho. But that's good to know. If I was to attack him now, she would be right up for beating on her boss as well. Okay, behaviours, distance. I'm going to keep her medium, mixed and aggressive for the time being. As soon as she's able to use her ability, or as soon as I'm able to tell her to use her ability, which is called Overload, Parvati slams down her hammer, creating a blast wave and shocks enemies and stuns auto-mechanicals. I'm going to be telling her to get more into combat, but I'm going to tell her to be aggressive, but also sort of a medium distance, because I need her to help me in combat. If I turn that down to defensive, she'll only attack who I tell her to attack, and passive, I don't think she'll attack anyone. I've never tried anyone passive. But if I say aggressive, then when I start attacking and getting into combat, she'll do exactly the same. And also, on my character now, if I go on to skills, you'll see when I come down to things like Persuade, I have a bonus. Because at the bottom there, my skill is 20, but it's now up to 24 because I have Parvati in my team. And she's quite good at persuasion. She's also good at hacking and lockpicking. That's why I wasn't necessarily that desperate to stick skill points into hacking and lockpicking, because I knew I'd get her. And she pluses 7 to both of them, as well as engineering. She's really good engineer, and so she's able to help me out and boost my engineering skill to 33. Which is actually really, really good. So she helps you out with your skills as well, and when you get another companion, they'll do the same. Also, you'll notice that my carrying capacity has gone up from, I believe it was 80 before, and it's now 90, so she's increased it by 10. You can get certain increases at later in the game that will, you know, infect carrying capacity even more. Right, journal. Things are now starting to get a little bit interesting. So I've got a small grave matter, collecting stuff. I've got a stranger and strange land. That's getting the... I've now got to divert the power from the geothermal plant. You've learned that there are power regulators in both the Edgewater Cannery and the Botanical Lab elsewhere in the region, but neither can be removed unless power is routed away from them. Travel to the region's geothermal plant and route the power away from one of the locations. Reed asks you to deliver a message to a woman named Adelaide McDevitt before you head into the geothermal plant, because obviously I can then get her side of the story. Comes now the power. Workers are abandoning the town of Edgewater. Reed Thompson, Edgewater's administrator, not leader, administrator, wants to force these deserters to return to town by shutting off their power. Deliver Reed's message. Reed asks you to deliver a message to Adelaide and her deserters. Come back to town because he's cutting off their power. Adelaide and her people are camped out in the botanical lab north of Edgewater. Now let's have a look at the map and go to region map. Now, I believe if memory serves, that's the geothermal plant where I've got to go, and that's where I have to go to make the decision on where I cut power off from Edgewater, or there, which is the botanical lab where the deserters are. Between me and them, which is where I'm going, I've got a few locations here, and I will be exploring all of this area. It'll probably be the start of my next stream, I would have thought, because I've still got an awful lot to do around here and out there. So let's get on with it, okay? So, Parvati, I can talk to you, can I?
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
I'm so sorry, I didn't want to shoot you. That's just a thing. It's a thing that I do. When I want to talk to people, I draw a gun on them. I'm sorry. Right, let's have a word with Mr. What's your name? Reed Thompson.
If you could see your way to getting us our power back, I'd appreciate it.
I'm going to look right into that. Just give me a couple of minutes and I'll do my best, okay? But there's a few things that I'd like to talk about.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Have you taken a look around your town lately? I haven't, but even I can see it's a bit of a mess. What makes you think I can convince these deserters to come back? If you expect me to talk to this Adelaide person, I could use a little information. We need to have a word about this plague. Let's have a information.
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are
Flavor?
a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
Is anyone else hearing William Shatner when he talks, or is it just me? Right, she was their flavour specialist. Right, that sounds disgusting. Don't you people eat anything other than salt tuna?
Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with saltuna galore. No other brand of saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Sorry? What? Saltuna is hard to come by, being the fact that it's it comes from another world. Hang on, so what are you canning here exactly? What world is that? So what are you canning here exactly?
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate.
Sorry, what? Your saltuna contains 0% saltuna? Mostly mushrooms. Okay, let me ask you something else. Yeah, thank you very much. What makes you think I can convince these deserters to come back?
That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see.
I'm starting to.
I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town.
Well, at least he's honest about how diplomatic he is, and if I knew what a bristling canid was, I would know how insulting it was. Don't blame yourself. No, go ahead and do it. Sometimes people move on. It's the way of things. This is an ugly place to live. Of course, people are going to walk away. Yeah, why not?
Nature is uglier. There is safety here. Safety and purpose. But not all of us see that. And I cannot force that vision upon them. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
I mean mushrooms in your saltuna. There's no saltuna in your mushrooms. What we were just talking about, perception. You and Adelaide have a personal history.
Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble. Spacer's Choice Saltuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored Saltuna in our heyday. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint.
Oh, you know how to do spearmint flavoured and unflavoured. How can you sell unflavoured mushrooms and say that they'll sell tuna? You're some sort of magician if you can do that. I should go. Don't know why I was looking at your crutch there. I wasn't doing it intentionally. Hello. Are you going to stand over my shoulder and look at me judgingly like that every single time? Come on, we're out of here. Can I get into there? That's requires Reed's key card to unlock. You're not likely to give me that, are you? Ooh, pretty rug. Okay, let's make a move. Are you going to come? Come on, Avati, come on. No, a little bit more. Take one more step, and you'll be in the lift. Take one. Over here. Oh, sod you then. Sorry, I'm not going to shoot you. But you soon made it in the lift, didn't you? Right. Now we're going to go and explore your hometown of Edgewater. You should actually be showing me round. Maybe I could get a fancy suit if I could shoot. You just want him dead. You want me to kill him. Hello, pardon?
Can we chat?
Yeah, do you want to come out of the lift first? If you come out of the lift, we'll have a chat. Over here? Over here? Who are you? Cannery worker. So, oh, you're out of the lift. Yes, we'll have a chat, Parvati.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters. On account of it's his job.
The bowler hat alone would be amazing to wear that. Oh my god, that bowler hat with my tash, my moustache with the bowler hat would be amazing. Is it worth shooting him? I concur. Oh my god, the chat is completely against Reed at the moment. Don't worry, he is going to meet his comeuppance at some point. I don't know if I'll get my hands on the bowler hat, but he's definitely going to get it. Right, It's just Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, an account of his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. I know I'm going to have a word with Adelaide. Was it Adelaide? Yeah. This is about the deserters. So what's the other side of it? Figures. Reed didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul. What he said seemed pretty straightforward to me. So what about the deserters then? So what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
You want me to go right upstairs now and just shoot him now? Oh, I don't know if I want to shoot him this early on in the stream. I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues. How well did you know the deserters? You worked with them. You were friends. Or what? Or what? Did you know this Adelaide Reed mentioned?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
So, Adelaide's son died. Okay, I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues. How well did you know the deserters? You can't leave it at that. Why are Reed and Adelaide arguing?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her.
I'm going to get out to her, Miss Devitt. Yeah, Adelaide. I'm going to be getting to her, yeah. I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues. How well did you know the deserters? You worked with them. You were friends or what?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
Okay, that's someone named Thomas. I may come across him. I will most likely come across him. I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
You want me to go talk to the vicar? Why am I going to be talking to the vicar? I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by. What do I need to talk to the vicar about? Flipping a switch in the power mill? Why would where would I find him? I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, Mr.
I mean, a vicar in a
I
western.
think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
You're quite right. She is adorable. She's so innocent and lovely and very, very helpful. Now, what have I've got lots and lots of things to go and look at. So, this is the cannery I'm now in, where they do their magic of turning mushrooms into salt tuna cans. Right, now, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go into my journal and I'm going to turn on a small grave matter. There, that wasn't hard now, was it? And I'm going to have a look at the map and regional map. And that's because there's a few people in here who I can talk to. There's one there, and one there. So as I'm now going to go and explore this area, I'm going to go and have a word with all of them as well. And that means that there's one just up here. And I'm going to have a nice explore around here. They're sprats. They're rats, so they stick in them in the salt tuna. Right, there's somebody here who I can talk to. Who is this? Phyllis Granger. Let's talk to you without pulling my weapon out. Hey, success!
Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Yeah, she's innocent until she helps us kill Reed. Yeah, she's right. She's right innocent right up to that very moment. Whatever, make it quick. Tenderfoot, I'm busy. Tenderfoot? What? I'm guessing you're the foreman. Gravesite fees. I'm here to collect. I'm guessing you're the foreman.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
How about sod off? Graveside fees. Give him here now or shoot you in the face.
Shit.
Yeah, you
Still
heard that
about
right.
that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
Oh, now I've got one up on you, have I? These papers aren't signed in your name. What?
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
He shot himself and you paid the bill for him to be buried? That's kind of you, I guess. You have to pay for your neighbour's graveside fees?
I could do without the sarcasm.
There was no sarcasm.
Of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Oh, right, so he was your relative. You said this guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist.
He was the receptionist. Ah, that's why there's no receptionist downstairs.
Shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
The one I got from the guy before I shot him in the face, I'm not going to mention that to you, that weapon's been fairly reliable. Is that not Spacer's Choice? That's an awful thing to say. Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
He wasn't family. I thought you said you were his closest living relative. That's an awful thing to say about your closest relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death.
Oh.
I found him, you see, so I pay the fines.
So not closest relative, just closest living person next to a dead body.
Damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't put his body in one of the cans. Yeah, people could now be eating him, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, they've got an entire grave, entire cemetery full of potential Saltuna cans. Lovely. You can't be serious, right? Suicide is a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. So by shooting himself in the face, he's vandalised company property. Can't be serious. What are you going to do? Arrest his corpse? Vandalism, huh? Did you have to clean the bits of him off the wall or something? You can't be serious.
I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was a person, not an asset. Would have. You didn't. This UG guy sounds like he was more trouble than he's worth. He's a person, not an asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
May his ashes be commended to the law. They use law instead of sort of religious terms, I think, do they? I'll let you get back to work then. And I'm going to rob this place as much as I can with these guards. What have we got in here? Nothing to see. You stay out there. Oh, I'm with Parvati. This is actually her place of work. Is she going to be happy with me potentially stealing things? How are you with me stealing things? Yeah, shh. I was actually on it. There we go. Now, I've just stolen that. Are you happy? Stand up. Thank you. Are you happy with that?
Where are we headed?
I noticed you mention your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
You've never met your mother? You mean she's dead? How is that possible? I'm not going to just say she's dead.
Another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
So hang on a minute, because of her contract that she had, any children she had were then legally the company's? Is that normal? You got along with your dad, you might not have your mother. Yeah, okay.
Maybe. Reckon I'll never know.
Yeah, I'm sorry for bringing it up. You know, all I wanted to know was if you were happy with me stealing something, and now I've, you know, made you feel bad about never knowing your mother. I feel so bad. Okay, let's go back to stealing. I'm always happy when stealing. Can we shut that door? Are you just going to stand in that doorway? Okay, I'm just going to... Nothing to see. I think everybody's happy with me stealing, to be perfectly honest. They're not going to... Oh, hello. Energy cell? I'll take that. And I have a computer terminal. Space's choice property. Terminal access. Foreman. Phyllis Granger. Messengers. Messages. Welcome, Phyllis Granger. Yeah, welcome. From Reed Thompson. Medical treatment. Phyllis. Owing to your hard work and positive attitude, I have sanctioned your access to medical treatment in the event of contagion. As you know, the company has not provided us with enough medicine to treat every worker. That's unfortunate. I wish I could treat every member of the Spacer's Choice family who fell ill to this plague, but I cannot. Medical privileges are strictly merit-based. Please do not, under any circumstances, distribute your ration of medication to any other worker. We're all in this together. Return to root. Personal files. Hack 5 bypass. I don't mind if I do. Password Tenderfoot. Oh, she called me Tenderfoot. Password accepted. Okay, continue. Personal files. Last entry. Theodore buried last night. What's that? Theodore buried last night. Reed asked me not to report his death in our quarterlies. Sounds fair to me. Was asked to prepare a statement or something for the other workers. Been thinking about it. Don't know what to tell them. Don't end up like Theodore. Do your work, show up, wear a smile, and you'll get your medical privileges. That's a start. Right, this place is really, really backwards and run down. You can't get medicine unless you're sort of shown that you're valuable and that you're an asset to the company, which I suppose is fair. They don't actually have a lot of medicine. Oh, there's some stuff down there to steal. I'm going to be stealing a few things, okay? If you can just stay there and not watch me. Ooh, what do we have? I have here, Pickup Guide to Medical Engineering Volume 2. Might come in handy later. I have... Is that guard out there? Right, I have a cobbled exosuit. I have Zero-G brew. Not walking in here, is he? I have... Oh, I've got something I can pick and open up. And, oh, criminal activities. Trespassing, lockpicking, hacking, and murder are all considered illegal. Really? Murder in this place is still considered illegal? I am shocked. Activities... illegal activities and are frowned upon by society. Avoid being seen if you want to engage in these activities without consequences. Just give me all the bits. Wonderful. And I have a computer. Whose computer is this? Terminal access. Company notifications. Continue. From the office of Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator, not Town Leader. Symptoms of infection have now reached a critical mass. I have instructed our staff to transform the old domicile into a sick house. Oh, plague is a reality of life on the frontier, and as spacers we are expected to face up to reality, and the reality is that we do not carry enough medicine to treat us all. Medical treatment is a privilege, not a right. We must strive every day to demonstrate our worthiness of that privilege. If you find yourself suffering the symptoms of incipient plague, the best thing you can do for yourself and for your family is to don your jumpers and come to work. Work fortifies the spirit. Physical illness precipitates spiritual weakness. They're basically saying if you feel ill, just suck it up and come to work and everything will be okay. You know, a good, healthy mind will heal a sick body. Yeah, I think that's just rubbish, to be perfectly honest. Right. Oh, I have my gun out. I walked downstairs and pulled my gun out. That's an instant reaction. Can I steal... Where's the guard? He's over there. So, where's it gone? Right, is there anyone looking? And he's got his back turned. Let's steal. Nothing to see here. Walk away very, very fast. With the salt tuna cans. Actually, I know what goes in the salt tuna cans. The last thing I want to do is eat salt tuna. Some money. Having the money. There's something else there. Don't look this way. I'm just taking that. And I know I've gone off salt tuna now, to be perfectly honest. I'm not, don't dislike tuna as such. Salt tuna, I'm not even 100% sure that is. But now I know that that's not actually what's gone in them. I'm even less likely to... Oh, I'm back out here. Less likely to want to have them. No, I just walked through a door. Don't pull your weapon out, bit cartridge. Okay, now what I have here. Yeah, it's for who? Yeah. Basically, it's their choice upstairs who gets the medication and all that. What's all that tubing there? Right. So what we have here is we have vending machines. We have a vending machine. Vending machines. Vending machines offer a variety of items to purchase, mostly from one company. A hack skill of 20 or higher allows you to sell items to the vending machine. Restricted items on a vendor can only be purchased when you have a high enough reputation with the associated faction, or a hack skill of 40 or higher. So a hack skill of 20, I should be able to sell things now. So, yes, I can... Oh, you have not yet unlocked the ability to sell to vending machines. Upgrade your hack skill to be able to do so. Okay, so my hack skill is below 20. That's annoying. And I could spend some of my hard-earned cash. Well, I can't. I've only got 114 credits, to be perfectly honest. So I'm not actually going to be buying anything. It's Spacer's Choice. That's catchy. I could see myself singing that an awful lot. Right. Now, let's head out. There's someone... There's a couple more people to... Oh, there's another room here that I wasn't even... Yes, I thought so. They're using sprats, which are basically rats, to fill into their cans. There's a... Come in here. We're doing a lot of pilfering. Mine. Oh, I don't have enough shunts. That is most disagreeable. Salt tuna, not having the salt tuna. Is anyone actually watching me? I'm just going around pinching stuff without any care in the world. And oh, there's another vending machine. That I won't be able to sell anything to. Oh, what's round? Oh, hello. Does this lead back into the room? Oh, that's the toilets. I'm not hanging about in the toilets, to be perfectly honest. Not if everybody's eating that bloody salt tuna rubbish. I don't know what it's going to be doing to their stomachs. Oh. A chest with lots of things to... That's an assault rifle. If only I wasn't a gunslinger who only knew how to use pistols. Right, where are we now? We're in some form of large generator room. And what are we going to find in a large generator room? Lots of sparks and electricity, by the looks of it. I'm just going downstairs. I'm going to draw my gun, obviously. Ah, and here we have... Pick up the power regulator. I'm not going to pick up the power regulator, but let's have a look at the terminal. Running self-examination. Help yourself to a refreshing tin of Spacer's chow while you wait. Power source. Spacer's choice electrical transformer. Transformer status. Responsive. Power regulator. Responsive. Query. Geothermal facility. The Emerald Vale region is powered by the Spacer's Choice geothermal facility. Spacer's Choice is proud to bring the colonists of Alcyon moderately innovative technology at a reasonable price. Spacer's Choice. The best you can afford. Not really selling it, to be perfectly honest. Disengage power regulator. Unable to comply, the power regulator unit may not be disengaged while the transformer is active. Query, transformer shutdown. Failure. Transformer shutdown protocols non-operational. Shutdown protocols? In compliance with spacer choice, engineering and development policies, shutdown protocols have been disabled on all transformers. This is to prevent illegal tampering, damn it, upgrading or theft, damn it again, of proprietary technology. Warning, please avoid attempting to modify or tamper with spacer's choice electrical transformers while power is active. Doing so may lead to death, catastrophic injury, or irreparable damage to the transformer. Right, that's basically saying, because there's a lot of energy, power, electricity, I deal with this stuff, that's the stuff that I normally deal with at work, then that if I try and disengage it, it will blow up. So that's why I've got to go to the geothermal plant and switch the power from one of the settlements to another one of the settlements so that I'm actually able to remove one of them. And which one I remove, to be fair, I have actually decided. I've completely decided exactly what I'm doing. Okay, now we're going to have a little bit of a look round town here. That's one of the exits there, and that's telling me to leave because one of the people who I'm supposed to be getting the graveside fees from is outside the city limits, but I'm going to be dealing with the people inside the city and just having a bit of an explore, seeing if I can pick up some more missions and chat to some more people and see if I can bypass Shaun and see if I can find a load more stuff like that just to make my experience a little bit easier. And hopefully, how much do I need to increase hacking by before I can actually see character? Get some stash, take them stash away, and it'd be useless to be perfectly honest. Right, so where are we now? This place is the house. Okay, let's have a look here. What do we have here? The team to lead Halcyon. An even better tomorrow. And even better tomorrow. Okay, what do we have here then? We have a downstairs pick up toss ball blocker. Okay. And why don't I have... I'm pretty sure at this stage of the game I had a hat full of those things. I think it's because I've got it set on a harder level. There must be a lot less things about it. It's not just the enemies that are harder. It's the fact that there's nothing... Not a lot of things that I can pick up and use. Because I'm sure there's a lot more... I'm in the toilet. If I need to go, you'll wait outside. Oh, aren't you sweet? You know, characters in other games would just stroll in when I'm taking a leak. Soap and a brush. No, I'm not going to be using the soap or brush, and I'm not going to be taking a leak at the moment. Oh, fridge. This isn't steam.
I mean, if you need it, okay.
Oh, is this your house? Oh, I do apologise. I'm stealing from my companion. Hang on, is it stealing from your companion if they're your companion? She seems happy with it anyway.
Hungry, I could open up a can of something.
Anything apart from salt tuna. I will take anything apart from salt tuna, to be perfectly honest. At the moment, I think I've had enough salt tuna, which is none, by the way, to last me a lifetime. Okay, that's everything. Let's have... Oh, is this your bedroom?
My dad's... It's an office.
Oh, it's your dad's old bedroom. Didn't have a very good bed, did he? Oh, so let's have a look in your dad's bedroom. I've got some bypass shunt. I've got... Is that a radio? I've got a... algae lager? Okay, I don't care. I'll take that. And what we got here? Okay, let's read your dad's terminal then. Maintenance Division Personal Terminal. Welcome, Holcomb, Robert. Enter a keyword for record search or hold down Control-Alt F7 Enter. Hang on a minute. Control-Alt. That is possible, but it looks painful to compose a new entry. Open last search. Last search. Udmanti? Okay. Searching 2 records found. First entry. Udmanti left Edgewater today. She's been reassigned to Terra 1. I kissed her goodbye at the platform and asked if I could ever see her again. We both knew the answer was no. Look up and think of me as I'll look up and think of you. Oh, that's going to be his wife then. So it's going to be her mother. Parvati is judging you. Please don't steal from her dad. too late playing as a bit of a bad guy. I am a little bit of a scumbag, but I'll try not to steal everything. To be perfectly honest, she's coming with me. I'm not stealing stuff from her. I just know that she's going to be coming with me, so I'm going to just transporting the stuff from her house to our ship. Okay, I'm stealing. It is stealing, but it is technically coming with us, and I'm making sure that she's going to be well fed. Right, transcription note from her. Robert, they wouldn't let me keep her, but I know you will raise her with love, perhaps more than I would make time for. You are patient and present in a way that I cannot be. The company say she has no name until you give her one. Her name is Parvati. They tell me her birthday will be set on the date she's legally delivered to you. Oh, there. So her birthday is actually her delivery date, which I suppose is actually probably quite accurate, but in a different sort of way. She was actually born on July the 7th. Make her feel special when I can't. She liked it when I sang to her. It was the only time she stopped crying. Ah, return to route. Young Spacious Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Searching, one record found. Open last entry. I sat up last night reading through the Young Spacious Guide, almost started reading it out loud from habit. It's been 10 years, but I still have parts of it memorised. Who's this? Saying this? Okay. Reckon I'll take the next volume into work at the cannery. There's an unused office where I've been taking my lunches. May as well read the whole thing again. Oh, that's actually the one I think I've got. Reed's hat's going to make him look more... I don't know, is Reed's hat going to make me look more evil or more of a gentleman? I don't know, that's more of a gentleman's hat, I think. Exit. So... I'm sorry, I do apologise for reading... Don't look at me judgingly like that. I didn't realise what it was until I was reading it. I was halfway through reading it before I realised it's about your dad. Please don't judge me, I'm sorry. I'm going to have a look in your bedroom, okay? Ooh.
Oh, you like flowers? I can't find
Not,
any kinds around here.
Not really. You're not looking. Before you're not looking, and... Oh, you're looking. Look, I'm sorry. It's just who I am. It's the kind of character... You know, I can't change my character. I'm a little bit of a scumbag. I like to shoot people in the face. I'm sorry I bumped into you. Right, anything else I can pinch? Pardon? Oh. Look, I'm just going to shut the door. I feel an awful lot better without you looking at me and judging me. Okay, let's go and have a look downstairs and see what we can find downstairs. And I promise to try not to pinch everything that I can find. I'm not really...
Magic happens.
Magic?
Well, science.
Oh,
but it
sorry.
happens.
Sorry. I can't help it. If it's there and it's open and it's not saying it's stealing, I'm going to take it. Got lots of... Oh, it's a terminal. You might want to look away. What have we got in the terminal? Maintenance division logs. Welcome, Holcomb, P. There are currently three open trouble tickets. Select an option to proceed. Trouble ticket 65565. Ticket 65565. You said that. Summary: AG loader serial whatever failure to startup status. Open. Priority medium. Steps to produce. Turn on engine. Try it again. Try it again. Kick the loader. Curse injured toes. I have to enter a minimum of 8 steps. Try it again. It makes a rattling noise. Maintenance notes. Dang it, Clancy. I just got you back on your feet 2 weeks ago. Not that you got feet, but you know what I mean. She names all of the machineries, the machines, and this one's called Clancy. Sounds like the status off axis again will clean out and resit. Clancy's guts got caught and all pulled out, likely on account of somebody trying to restart him over and over again. Need to rewind all the calling on 4. K status working, but there's something else off. Have to wait until it's quiet and spin him up for a listen. Right, okay. Ticket number priority. Ticket 65587. Summary. Failure to maintain cannery production line at heat processing. Steps to reproduce. Start up production line according to schedule. Observe processing of cans. Following first batch to heat processing stage. 1 or more loud popping noises. Smoke. Smells of burning saltuna or mushrooms. Overheat klaxon and monitor 6. Flames jets from the exhaust ports. Automatic shutdown. Maintenance notes. Likely as not, Bess got ingestion from being made to eat something she ain't made to. Again, heading over now. So that's Bess. That's the old canning machine that she likes. Ticket number 65588. This issue has been open for 0 days. Summary. Damned mechanicals. Priority. Automatically set to low by executive level admin rule applied to Thompson R. Reason. Trouble ticket filled by Miller L. Steps to reproduce. Look northwise. I said look northwise, blasted useless translator. Near scrap pile. Could be northeast from town, I guess. Observe mechanically. Clanking about or menacing like. See it. It's right there. Maintenance notes. No notes on this ticket. Look north. Near scrap pile. Northeast from town, I guess. Mechanical, clanking and menacing. Right, is that pointing me into the direction of something? Let's have a look at the map. No, the main map. North east, let's say, or west. So, right, there may be some sort of scrap pile there with a mechanical going a bit funny. Mine going a bit funny. And we have a workbench here. Modifications to install your mod. I have a mod. Marvellous. First select the item you wish to upgrade, then choose what type of mod you wish to install. Scope, armor plating, etc. Finally pick the mod to install and boom, you'll upgrade your item. Or boom, you've blown up your item. I don't think you can blow up your item, but I suppose if you could, I could do it. Both weapons and armor can be modified. Mods can't be removed once they're used, so put them on your favourite gear. Don't need to worry so much about that because you get so many damn mods. I will be swapping weapons out, but you get so many mods that I think you can use them. Or I did in the normal version of the game. This is the hard version of the game, so there may be less of them. Yeah, I'm shut. You shut the door. I'm a real gentleman. I am a gentleman. I mean, just, you know, just look at me. You can't look at me because I'm in the wrong page here. Hang on a second. Look at me. Don't I just look a gentleman? Also, I didn't want her to see me stealing things. I have got a mod. I am going to put a mod on a weapon because, you know, why the hell not? That's the weapon I'm using and going to be using. Oh, I've got an assault rifle yet. So let's try and mod this weapon. So I select the weapon and there's no modifications I can have on that weapon. Have I got modifications? I'm just going to leave that for the time being and we're going to go and explore a little bit more of the town. Now, I had a look behind there. I don't believe I can go in any of these buildings. Aha! But someone's been chucking things out down it.
Got it. Inside voices.
Wow, people have been chucking away a lot of things. Yeah, this is actually... And it's not stealing. Why is this not stealing? I picked up a music box. I really need to be able to start selling these. Nothing to see here. We're just casually sneaking about in a dark alley. He might get the wrong idea. And to be perfect honest, the wrong idea is probably a lot better than what was actually happening. That's her place. So we have Constable. Maybe the next place to go and have a look in. Oh, and we have Martin Abernathy. So we'll go and see Martin Abernathy. We'll see if he's got a farm. If he hasn't got a farm, then it's not the Abernathy I'm thinking of. And then we'll go and see the Constable. And that's if there's nothing else to steal. Aha! Some bits. I've got a few more bits now anyway. I'm collecting some bits. Not all the bits that I should be collecting. Just Reed's hat and I'll be a real gentleman. You've really got it in for Reed, haven't you?
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
We should keep our voices down.
Yeah, keep your voices down. Okay, so let's have a look. What we got in here? This is Abernathy's house, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
Sounds like he's trying to convince someone. Hello?
Whoa, Did Mr. Thompson send you?
Yes, yes he did.
You tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken.
You're definitely not plagued. Perfect. You've got the plague, haven't you? Perception. You want me to tell me what's got you so nervous? I heard you muttering to yourself. Take it easy. Mr. Thompson didn't send me. No, what the hell?
You some sort of wandering alienist?
Yes.
Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
Well, you're clearly mad. So you're Martin Abernathy. I'm here to collect your graveside fees. I'm positive you mentioned something about being plagued.
You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick.
What, so you've got the vague?
Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear
You look
I'm
like...
on the mend.
You look dreadful.
Don't tell the constable.
Constable? It's funny, I was just about to go and see the constable. You've got the plague. Get away from me, you leper. Why not? You should put a sign over your door or something, or at least cover your mouth. Why not?
She'll toss me in the sick house. I would have confessed before the good vicar. Get some ablutions for my spirit. Just never found my courage is all.
Yeah, Abernathy Farm.
Hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't you?
Yes, hire.
A good turn for an expiring old man.
If you can lead me to your farm, there's going to be plenty of stuff there. Yeah, Abernathy Farm. I'm sure, was it not Abernathy in Fallout 4? And he had a farm. How can I help? Depends on what you need. You can't afford me. It depends what you need.
A couple hours out of your day and some light second-story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Well, a bit of light thievery. You know, I'm not normally into thieving and stealing, so, you know, that's something that would be, you know, really against. So I'm going to do it. I'll do it. Not so fast. I've got some questions.
I'll do what I can.
You can answer some questions. Why can't you just buy some medicines yourself? I know the answer.
Myself with Adrenalin didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
Company policy? Of course it's company policy. In other words, the company won't treat you because you're already sick. That's horrible. Come on now, Abernathy. You don't look a day over 90. In other words, the company won't treat you because you're already sick.
More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough.
That's basically just what's similar to what I said, just the other way round. Right, I assume there are guards.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
Oh, marauders. Well, that's okay. I don't have a problem killing marauders. What can you tell me about these marauders?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
Ah, stepping softly. Softly is my middle... No, it's not. It's not softly. My sneaking skill is quite horrendous. I just go in all guns a-blazing. Is going in all guns a-blazing an option? Why am I talking to you? You're not going to know what's going to happen. I've heard enough.
So you'll do it then?
Well, I'm never ever going to turn down a mission. A mission means experience. Experience means levels. Levels means perks. Oh, perks. I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Lord,
get away from me.
Now I can feel it.
Get away from me. Just get anything I should know about this community centre. I'm here to collect your graveside fees, and trust me, I think we need to collect those fees as early as we can because they may be needed. You're talking an awful risk, trust me, you know. Anything I should know about this community centre.
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
Yes, Abernathy Farm in Fallout 4. I knew it was Abernathy Farm. I remember Preston sending me over and over and over again. I still have nightmares. Nightmares of that man standing over me saying, another settlement needs your help. Just keep your head down, and when you're in there, marauders have taken over, probably tracking mud all over the archives. I'm here to collect your graveside fees. You're taking an awful risk trusting me, you know.
I know that. But I got nobody else to turn to.
That's true. You better be rich.
Wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
Oh, that's, you know, that's all heartbreaking. You know, someone got the plague, he can't get the medicine to make him feel better. He's having to trust somebody who's going to end up having to pay to go get his stuff. Oh, by the way, give me your money so that you can afford your grave that you're going to be in soon.
He knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
He knows what?
Look,
How about the plague?
I got my gravesite fees right here. See? I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment.
Oh, okay, so I need to get the medicine before he'll pay up. Is that what you said? Varty, were you paying attention? Because I wasn't paying attention, to be perfectly honest. There was something. Like, pardon? Oh, hello. Who are you? Ether Blaine? Ether Blaine. Who are you?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine.
Esther. Sorry, Esther.
I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine.
Well, he was going to pay me.
He is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
Ooh, interesting. What do you need it for? He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic? Yay! 5 points to me.
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's
Idiot.
He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
Oh, he's mad. What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you.
Tell me.
I don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Tell me. Persuade 15. Let me worry about that.
Alright. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Oh, thank you so much. I feel blessed. Abernathy paying me for my trouble. Can you match his offer? I get it. You need someone to smuggle your medicine under the table. I'll consider it. Paying someone consider it under the table.
Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reasons.
Yeah, okay, so
that's all I can ask of you.
Thank you very much, and that's quite a lot you've asked me. So I either give the medicine to him, who thinks he's got the plague, but she thinks he probably hasn't got the plague because it's all in his head because he's a nutter, or I give the medicine to her and she's going to do something else with it, but she seems interesting. Now, I did find the constable. I wonder as well. Let's go and have a word with Mr. Constable. Let's have...
I've never actually been in here.
Damn.
Seemed scary from the outside.
Where are... Oh, there you are. Come in. You're welcome in, Parvati. I think you're welcome in. That's it. Good girl. Hello, Constable Reyes.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
Oh, fantastic. That's a really good deal. 4 for the price of 3. If you need help with your Marauders problem, I'm for hire. I've got some questions for you, if you don't mind. No, I'm for hire.
As a Spacer's Choice Constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got
I think so.
These 3 Marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per Marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Marvellous. I've got to rip fingers off Marauders, preferably once they've been killed, and then give them to her because she collects Marauders' fingers. Wonderful. Nothing sinister in that whatsoever. Couldn't I just take a photograph of them? No? Okay, I've got some questions for you, like why can't I take a photograph?
Within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
I'm very curious. Right, does the name Phineas Welles mean anything to you? So who do you work for, Spacer's Choice or Edgewater? Phineas.
His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
Oh. He's a scientist. We're acquainted. Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Looks like there's a bounty on his head. He kidnapped me, unfroze my body, and shot me into space, then I landed here. Oh dear.
You are correct. An outstanding bounty has been posted for information pertaining to the whereabouts of Phineas V. Welles.
He's a scientist. We're acquainted. If the board's paying, I'm willing to collect on that bounty. Oh dear. I don't really want to... no, I don't really want to hand him in. He's a scientist, we're acquainted. Never mind. Sorry for asking. Oh, could I ask you more questions? Unrelated to him? Yeah, maybe. No, nothing apparently. Damn, I thought there was more options. Are you tall or am I short? I feel there's a height comparison difference there. Okay. Oh, hello. Doc Maybell. Wanted, Doc Maybell Burgess, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement. Retirement? Is that what it's called, is it? A right of execution. Effective immediately for Mayburn Burgess, former Spacer's Choice physician. Really? Oh, he was the physician. Condemned on charges of derelict of duty. Disappeared from Edgewater with 2 parcels of adrenatime at large and dangerous. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, vandalism, and unlicensed practice of medicine on sedacious criminals. Oh, generous bounty. Payment on delivery. Must be able to sign your own name. See Constable Rose for details. Well, the criteria isn't much, is it? Just as long as you can say, sign your own name. Wanted, Bert Bernie Cotton, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement. A right of execution written immediately for Bert Cotton, former vicar. He was a vicar, stationed in he's not the vicar I'm looking for, is he? In Edgewater Vicarage, no longer in good standing with Halcyon Branch Order of Scientific Inquiry, at large and dangerous, wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, sedition and unauthorized use of medical supplies, generous bounty, payment on the delivery, must be able to sign your own name. That's a bit of a high criteria here, isn't it? And we have that name there. Gill. I'm going to say Gill. From the Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement, a right of execution, effective immediately for Gill. Former Spacer's Choice Associate. Mechanic. Ooh. Terminated from his position and escorted from Edgewater on grounds on unauthorized use of adrenatime. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, theft and unauthorized use of medical supplies, blah de blah de blah, etc, etc, etc. Right. Oh. Pavati? Hello. Right, so we're off to next, Pavati. We have got Spacer's Choice Cantina. Let's go and have a look in the cantina. This is... Hello? This is where we met Han Solo in Star Wars. Not this one, but in a... This may be a Western, but I'm not going to be walking into a bar or a cantina with my gun drawn. That sends all the wrong...
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Bad impressions. Pardon? Sorry? I'm not a drinker.
Something you need?
You mentioned something earlier that I want to ask you about.
In the bar? When I asked if you were a drinker?
We're still technically in the bar. You sounded worried.
Sorry. I know, it's none of my business.
Yeah, Pavati is a tall queen. Yes, she is, most definitely. Very good one, that is. Very, very good. Keep me entertained in the chat, most definitely. Thank you for that. Sorry, I know it's none of my business. I like a drink now and again. I'm a cowboy. I'm a bit of a shifty character. I'm going to guess you're not a drinker yourself. I don't make a habit of bibbing. I guess you're not a drink yourself. It's getting late, isn't it? It's gone 10 o'clock.
Real sad.
Yep.
I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry.
Yeah, don't apologise. If you want to talk about it, I'm happy to listen. I'm a good listener. Apparently. Everyone needs to cut loose now and again.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
No, but you did. Okay, let's go back to it then. Right, so... resident. Cannery worker. Winslow. Oh, hello, Winslow. I didn't draw my gun on you. You're someone to talk to.
You a visitor? Welcome. On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to where am I again?
Well, if you don't know, I don't know. You're drunk, Edgewater. I've been asking myself that same question. I've got to.
I ask myself questions all the time. For example, why do we spend money on these fancy latrines when we have a perfectly good wall outside?
You're a disgusting individual, do you know that? Hold on a CEP. I think you've had a little too much to drink. Shouldn't you be working? You've had a bit to drink, haven't you?
Oh, it's fine. I'm only on my 3rd bottle. I don't start heaving up my guts as long as I can count to 3. Company lets me imbibe as much 0G brew as I can afford. Even gave me a discount on account of my injury. You jealous yet?
A discount on injury? You're injured?
Yep. Got my mitt stuck in a rotor wheel.
Got your mitt, got your hand.
Real good. Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though. Got myself a 5% discount on 0G brew. After the 2nd bottle, the only pain I feel is emotional.
Oh, well, that's okay then. Physical pain changed for emotional pain. You know, what's the harm in that, to be perfectly honest? Not a bad deal. You sound like you need a surgeon.
Hey, Conrad's a surgeon. Well, he's a barber. That's like
sorry, the barber.
For your hair.
You let the barber sew your hand back on, and you're wondering why you're feeling pain. You're an idiot. He's an idiot. Bar lady. Oh, I can talk to you.
I don't know you.
I don't know you either, but that's the good thing about introducing yourself. Excuse me. Nice to meet you too. Everyone's so friendly and welcoming in this town. I'm Mel.
Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice beverage dispenser. I don't know
Barmaid.
what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
So you're not going to serve me a drink? Perception. Something going on here that I should know about. Charm. And what a fine establishment it is. Yeah, why not?
You really think so?
No.
That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles. Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately.
Problems?
I can get you a drink if you'd like.
No.
Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand.
Drink to the deserters? Fine by me. Let's see what you've got on tap. Yeah, Reed mentioned those deserters.
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
Just felt like chatting, maybe?
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. So what's your story?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
It's not really, but in these, sort of games, you ask those sort of questions, and if I had a persuade of 26, you'd tell me everything. There's no need to be rude. Yeah, I guess not.
Will there be anything else?
Well, it depends if you're going to talk to me or not. What if I told you I just shot into space by a crazy scientist? Yeah, okay then.
Is this the start of a joke?
A sick joke.
Your jokes. It's a 3-drink minimum.
I've got to buy 3 drinks and then you'll start laughing. What happens when I buy you a 4th and a 5th? Well, in that case, let me see what's on tap. I wish it was a joke. Honestly, I don't even know where I am. I'm not joking. My escape pod landed in the hills on top of a guy. I wish it was a joke. Honestly, I don't even know where I am.
Most folk forget where they're standing after a few drinks. Seems to me you've got a head start. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business.
Amelia has plague face.
And I cannot tell you.
Damn, put her in the sick house or just shoot her, apparently. She does look a little bit unhealthy, doesn't she? I think shooting her might be a little bit harsh, to be perfectly honest. I think putting her in the plague house is probably even harsher. That place was quite dire. I don't know if she deserves to be shot. Perception. It almost sounds like you're afraid to go outside.
Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me.
If it was up to you, I'd be shooting everybody at the moment. There'd be no one left in this town. Me and Pavati, that would be it.
Got no right to know. People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that.
But to be fair, I wasn't concentrating on what you were saying. I was just looking at you going, have you got the plague? Your eyes do look a little bit, bruised. Is that the first sign of plague? Your eyebrows are a little bit unkempt as well. Anyway, I think it's a mistake. Living your life on everyone else's terms. I suppose we've all got to do our jobs. I imagine you'd want to get out of town, what with the plague and all.
Keep it down, will you?
No.
We don't talk about the PLAYGE. Not here. And if you're smart, you won't mention it anywhere.
I've been mentioning it quite a lot. You haven't.
Here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar.
So what have we got? Just end her suffering, you moustached psycho. You shot the kid at the start. Yeah, and that was a mistake. I did it instantly feel bad for that. And I'm trying to get you to kill as many people as possible. The killing will start soon. Probably not in Edgewater. I don't want to go massacring everybody. They're all just got a very, very sad story. I should go. They're, you know, miserable, miserable lives. It probably would be quite good for the general store. Would actually be quite good to just end all their suffering. But let's go and have a look in the barbershop stroke surgeon's office.
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Does he now? That's really good. So this is the barber part of the shop. Oh, hello. And this is obviously the surgeon, where, you know, place where he cuts people open, and Spacer's Choice guard. Is he? He must be dead. And we have here a scientist. Is it wrong to steal from the dead? You know the answer to that one. Right, nothing to see here. And what do we have? We have examine. Okay, Conrad, receptionist, shot himself. Oh, he's the one who we heard about earlier on. It seems so long ago that we heard about it. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it in for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us. So I was thinking that we pawned off his teeth? What? Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Really? Heirlooms passed down from his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, and the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? I don't know. I don't know what I think. Oh, you're not asking me. Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Oh, right. Oh, then that's Phyllis, isn't it? She's the one who's having to pay the price. So she's trying to get him to... Oh, it's not him. He's the scientist. She's trying to get Conrad here to take the teeth off Mr. Dead Person. Eugene, that's it.
Don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
It is getting darker, but I don't know if you mean about the fact that I'm, you know, just killing someone for a hat at the moment, apparently, or the actual game. Edgewater is a very dark part of the game. I don't know if the rest of the game is as dark as this. There are actually some decent sort of places where they're not all dying from the plague. Right, physical hygiene reciprocates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. Relax, I'm clean. Do your haircuts usually come with free lectures? Intimidate 5. I can show you my hands. Relax, I'm clean.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Hairdresser and dealer of dead bodies. But his hair is immaculate, isn't it? I mean, look at it. Your roots need doing, by the way. Silas sent me to collect your dues. Prepare my remains for what?
Burial. In the
Thank you.
unfortunate event of a fatality. It's what a barber does. We make you presentable.
Well, that's very, very nice of you. So, when I'm dead, you make me look pretty. Don't touch my moustache. Speaking of burial, Silas sent me to collect your fees. I've got some questions for you. Fees?
Ah, gravesite fees.
Yes.
Silas and I had talked about this at length.
Good, hand over the money.
It's clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
What now? You mean you're broke? I don't understand a word you said. You're broke.
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
That's if I don't do it first. I wouldn't want to ruffle that hair of yours. I don't care, pay up. You have a very loose definition of the word prosperity. That's some quality drama, Conrad. You should audition. Don't be so hard on yourself. You have a very loose definition of the word prosperity.
Edgewater is built on the discipline and sacrifice of its people. Say what you will about our town, but we all pull together. Tell Silas I can't afford
You're just going to get a drink, so don't kill anybody without you watching. I definitely won't be doing that, okay? Not at the moment.
My apologies.
Hang on, medical rights? Just give Silas an IOU. Yeah.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do.
How lucky are they?
Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
Persuade 1. What about Eugene's gold teeth? Option 2. I'll let you know if I think of anything. Option 3. I don't have time for this. Persuade.
You know about Eugene?
Oh, lovely experience. I read your note in the other room, and I also talked to the person paying for his graveside fees, Phyllis. I found a note from Phyllis. None of your business. I'm a mind reader. Oh, I so want to say I'm a mind reader. No, I found the note from Phyllis.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
Is there anything more Western-esque than taking someone's gold teeth? I don't think so. It would only happen in Edgewater. I'm sure he won't miss them. They were probably worth a few bits. I'm sure he won't miss them.
That's unthinkable.
No, not really.
Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
You're tempted.
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious...
Ew.
Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures.
You're gonna do it.
To ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
You're a sick man. And I feel a little bit bad for actually putting the idea into your head. But hey, it gives me experience at the end of the day. Are you sure about this? I don't care. I'm just here to collect your dues. Are you sure about this?
I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
An IOU if he digs up someone else's gold teeth. I'm told Eugene killed himself. What happened?
Eugene was not a suicide.
Pretend I care.
A bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenalin, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life.
That's horrible. So the town never had to pay a penalty?
We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
And yet you're still having to pay for your graveside fees. Goodbye, Conrad. You're a weird, he's weird, isn't he? Weird individual. Right. I've been to the sick house. I've done all this half of town. Map. Regional map. Right, I've done all that hard. Oh, there's only a couple more places to go, so I'm going to do a couple more places before calling it a night. General store. Emerald Vale General Store discovered. Wonderful. Gonna have a word. Pardon?
Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl.
But Varty's not allowed in here, not since the vending machine incident. Vending machine incident? Do I need to know anything? Jules, Maru?
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment.
She's with me, I can vouch for. Why would I vouch for her? I hardly know her, but she's so sweet and adorable. Why would she do anything? What incident?
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
I've got some questions for you.
Go right ahead.
Thank you very much. What's your take on this place? Well, he lives there. He's going to be happy about it. Anyone I should watch out for? So, about this plague that's supposed to be going around.
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
He's delusional. Are you done? Oh, hey, you are. Are you done being delusional, or should I wait? Is there a reason you feel like you have to hide what is going on?
You have got the wrong idea about me. I've got nothing that needs hiding. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
So working hard cures illnesses like the plague. Good to know. I'll have to remember that for the future. What do you mean by that? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Space Choice obviously cares about its family. What do you mean by that?
Survival of the fittest. It ain't just the law of nature. It's company policy. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work.
Seems fair. And if you don't work hard enough?
Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded.
With excitement? Can I sell stuff to you? Yeah. Merchant skill. Your merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill and is used to negotiate prices when buying and selling from vendors. What's my... Oh, so I've got a 1% discount. I must be pathetic. Well, all I'm interested in at the moment is selling. So let's see what I've got to sell that I'm not going to use. Ammo, I'm using. Shovel. Do you use shovels to dig up things? Am I going to dig up things? I don't know. Let's just sell all the hand stuff. All the melee stuff, because I'm not going to use melee stuff. That's all melee. And let's just keep that. I've got lots of armor. I'm going to sell that one. Don't know what it is. Tech skill 5, but that's a pristine piece. That's a level 3 tech skill 5. Stealth. And if that's stealth over there, I've got lots of stealth. Yeah, let's get rid of that. And that's quick, isn't it? I'm just going to keep all of this. This is all the consumable stuff. I've picked up an awful lot of stuff. Even bananas that look just weird as anything. Some mods. I've got some decent mods, and these are what you use to use that and that to open locks and computers. And I've got weapon parts for repairing and one bit of armor part. Oh, and these are stuff that basically junk that I can sell. So I'm going to sell all of that. And yay, I'm rich. I've got 296 bits. Thank you. Right, so what else have we got to do over here? Got this place. Now this place looks interesting. And Ludwig Miller. Oh, that's to go and collect the money off someone. So let's just go and have a look at journal here. Fistful of digits. Collect Doc Mayer's finger. Oh yeah, the long tomorrow. Retrieve a cache of medicine. Yeah, I haven't got one for this person yet, but this is where I'm going to find Vickery Dude.
I've always felt weird in here.
Pardon?
It's too clean.
You're not in here yet, so come on. And these people, it's not. He's a vicar, but it's not quite the same sort of religious sort of person that you'd expect. They seem to be more into the sciences and astronomy. What do I mean, astrology? No, I think I was right first time. Let's have a word with Mr. Vickery Dude.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto, at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity.
Okay, Vicar Max.
As well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
Use spiritual counselling. This season's tossball predictions. The quickest way out of town. He doesn't seem happy. He's the first person I come across there. He doesn't seem thrilled with the town. Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed's asked us to do. How did you know I was an outsider? What sort of spiritual advice do you offer? I just thought of something else I need to be doing. How did you know I'm an outsider?
I've never seen you before. And there's been no...
I've never seen you. I didn't think you were an outsider.
Half the time it's wrong, but a new worker without paperwork? Unheard of. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here, except for Miss Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
Maybe it's because you are so dismissive. Quite inappropriate for a vicar, isn't it? I'm a bit surprised to hear you dismiss your parishes so casually. Let's get back on track.
Oh, nothing could be further from the truth. I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Isn't it your job to raise that?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Hold on a minute. Did you just refer to this town as a miserable place?
Yes. And thank you for
I'm
pointing
glad I
out.
heard that correctly.
It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so.
Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do. What sort of spiritual advice? Yes, go on, Parvati.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
I don't want to talk to him. I've been talking to him. You talk to him.
Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away.
He's been doing that to me.
What would be so grave as to drive her to my mission? What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Fix the geothermal plant. Cut off power to Adelaide's deserters. Cut power to the deserters. If you could answer quickly, we're in a hurry.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart.
Ah, she's sweet.
Has, if you believe the talk.
Believe what talk? So what do you advise? What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar? Right, great. Can we wrap this up? What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar? Because I know nothing.
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons.
Well, I know that.
Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
I know they wanted to be free, and if I had more intelligence, I'd be able to go further in this conversation, but I don't. Depends on how well the loader can provide beyond your walls. No. So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together.
Apart from Reed.
Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
But is that even possible? Right, just talk, everybody need to come together. I'll keep that in mind. It sounds like I've got my work cut out for me. Thank you for your time. It's been a waste of time. Let's go, Parvati. Is that even possible to do all of that?
What if things are left to stand as they are? If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Vicar Max is hella sinister. You haven't seen anything yet. There's something good about all of the companions in this game, in the Outer Worlds, and they've all got their distinct personalities, which you would expect, but they're all hiding something. There's always something there that you could dig out of them. They've all got pasts. Sorry, what do you say? It's not safe as you might assume. And why is that? I've been outside. I'm not impressed, and I can handle myself better than a vicar. Why?
one of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
I'm going book collecting. A handsome sum, you say? Tell me more. Why would a vicar be after a banned heretical book? I assume you'll want to burn it once you get your hands on it. All very fascinating, I'll be sure, but I've got to be going. Why are you after the banned book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands.
Really?
It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
You make a compelling argument. Not really. Seems to me the authorities would be interested to hear you're after this contraband text. I'll need to know a little bit more about the book before I agree to this, Mr. Vicar Max.
A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll look for your book. On second thought, I'm not interested in running errands. No, I'm going to accept every mission that's given to me. I'll go after your book.
If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
I'm level 3, Parvati. I'm level 3. Praise the Lord. Praise the what? Praise the solar system. I'm level 3. And to find out what I do and how I spend my skill points, and I haven't got a perk, but how I spend my skill points and exactly what I'm going to do, you know, once I leave Edgewater, you'll probably have to tune in for Friday. And I say probably, you will have to tune in for Friday unless you watch the repeat, which I don't want you to do. I want you to tune in for Friday. I have several quests now. Comes now the power, Stranger in a Strange Land, Fistful of Digits, The Long Tomorrow, the Illustrated Manual, and A Small Grave Matter. I have a large map to explore, and I'll hope to be able to get through most of it on Friday. Yes, praise the law. Everybody praises the law in this game. But I have explored all of Edgewater. I don't think there's anything there, but I've been through all of this and had a good look around Edgewater. I've picked up all the missions that they have. There's the missions there. On Friday, I'm going to venture out and start exploring. Definitely be doing this loop and finding our potential friend Adelaide and her companions over in this area here. But that's all going to have to wait till Friday. And on Friday, I will also level up my character. We'll have a look and have a think about it and think about where we want to go with my character. Tech is looking good at the moment. Stealth may need to be improved. Dialogue definitely needs to be improved because I want to make sure that I can lie my way and intimidate my way and hopefully persuade my way out of most situations. But then handguns will most definitely be a priority for my scumbag gunslinger Outer Worlds hero that we have. But this is all going to have to wait until next week. Next week? No, till the end of the week. It's all going to have to wait until Friday. So thank you very much, everybody in the chat. Thank you very much, Fancy Stank, for sticking along and coming along and keeping the chat so entertaining. And thank you very much, Boring Boar, formerly the homosexual volcano, for sticking along and trying to get me to shoot absolutely everybody possible. I'm not even going to shoot him, to be perfectly honest. But thank you very much for sticking along. Thank you very much for watching. And please come along Friday where I will continue and we will continue our journey into the Outer Worlds. Thank you very much. And good night.